Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season exclusively in the new home of USPHL Hockey, Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish you a pleasant good morning from Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. It is doubleheader Friday, USPHL Premier play here at MCIA to wrap up the regular season. And the first matchup of the day features a former two-time USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions and three-time National Championship Tournament participants, the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the FreshCoast Freeze. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club, upon the flight deck alongside color analyst, Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman. And Matt, as soon as I spit the words out correctly,
Oh, you had your tongue twisted there for a minute.
Yeah, no doubt. But this is the last regular season home games of the 2025-2026 season. It's kind of a somber note a little bit. It doesn't seem like that long ago that we were starting training camp here at MCIA.
Yeah, it just goes by so quick, man. It just, it's kind of a bummer when it gets towards the end of the season and you got the age outs and all that stuff. But, it's what we do, Kids are moving on, and good for them. But we'll miss these age outs and the regular season, the hustle and bustle of doing everything and being around the kids and being around the parents and whatnot. It kind of, I guess you could say, it kind of sucks.
And it's kind of a rare thing to have two teams from different divisions meeting here in the regular season home finale for the Metro Jets Development Program. But for both teams, there is so much on the line heading into the 2026 USPHL playoffs.
Yeah, and, we were talking about that out there with them in the lobby. And, both teams need the help. Both teams need the win. And that's what's going to make this game so much better, because both teams have stuff on the line right now.
They absolutely do. The Metro Jets Development Program currently sitting third in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division with a record of 18 wins, 23 losses, 1 overtime loss, no shootout losses for 37 points. They've lost their last 2. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, while the FreshCoast Freeze, they're battling for that final playoff spot in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, but they come limping into this game. 11 wins, 27 losses, 3 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss for 26 points. They're 4 points ahead of the Cincinnati Cyclones for that final berth in the Great Lakes Division playoffs. But as mentioned, they come limping in. They've lost their last 8 games. They're 1-8-1 their last 10.
And that's just the thing. They came in limping in, but we have seen throughout the season, honestly, I guess you can say stat-wise, Fresh Coast had no business even being in the game. And they either won it or gave them a run for their money. So we know that this Fresh Coast Freeze team, when these guys are clicking, it's game on. And this is the time that needs to happen for them.
These two teams have seen each other before earlier in the year. We got to go all the way back to October 10th of this season. MJDP skating to a 5-3 victory over the FreshCoast Freeze. And for MJDP, with the 5-3 loss yesterday, a win is absolutely critical for MJDP as we finalize the seedings in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division playoffs.
With that, along with some desperately needed help from some other teams. And this is where, every win, every point throughout the season is critical. But right now, there's no doubt about it. Both these teams need the W.
DP needs to win today, and they need help from the Chicago Cougars, who had a 4-1 lead going into the third period last night against the Chicago T-Rex, but the T-Rex came storming back with 5 unanswered goals to take the 6-4 victory last night.
Yeah, I was watching that game, and my jaw dropped that third period.
Yeah?
They had all like, Cougars have this in the bag. What just happened?
Yep.
Great effort on both sides. It really was. It turned out to be a fantastic game. And, so unfortunately that game there for MGDP, Cougars weren't able to help them out. They got 2 more to go. Can they do it? they've shown that they can.
Yep.
They just need to play the full 60 minutes.
And for the Fresh Coast Freeze, they can make things easy on themselves. They win today, clinches the 6th and final seed in their USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division playoffs.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, both these teams need that W, so they are both going to be playing. And we know that Fresh Coast, at any given time, we've seen it throughout the season, that they just they will absolutely stun you on the ice, and they have those spurts. And so that's something they're going to have to be careful of, because with both teams being in desperate point mode right now, you don't know what's going to happen.
Let's meet the players making an impact throughout the course of the season, starting with the home team, the Metro Jets Development Program, and leading the way in scoring is the number 27, the 18-year-old of St. Amand, Degerthrom, Quebec, Canada, Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin so far, 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points on the season.
Yeah, and, you know, Clovis, even the game yesterday, he was involved in quite a few of the plays and stuff like that, but just unfortunately, you know, they weren't able to get things rolling. So some of these guys that we're going to be naming off here, these point scorers, they are going to have to step up this game because they need that win.
Another player that can help in that regard is a player second in the team in scoring. Where's number 11? The 19-year-old from Miami, Florida, Lucas Benavidez. Benavidez tied with Gamelin for most goals on the team, 13 goals. He has 8 assists for 21 points on the season.
Yeah, Benavidez, I first ran into him, you know, really got to talk to him was last year at the LatAm Cup. And that was cool experience. Otero was there as well. You know, we had some other players there. And kind of turning out to be a really good recruiting tool down there with that. So, I mean, it was great to meet him, great to talk to him. It's been awesome to have him here for the season. He's a great addition to this team. Third
in the team in scoring is a fellow Floridian, Benavidez, and his roommate at the hangar. Where's number 57? The 19-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Ben McLean. McLean just 2 goals, but a team-leading 18 assists on the season, good for 20 points. Yeah, McLean has been right there involved in a lot of things right now. And so this is going to be a player that Fresh Coast is going to have to, watch out for. He is not greedy with the puck. He'll pass it off to any open guy. So that's one of those guys, especially on those backdoor shots, you get the goaltender moving. McLean's going to be the one that you better watch out for that pass. Fourth on the team in scoring, where's number 22, the 19-year-old from Flagstaff, Arizona, Liam Smith. And we've talked about it all year long. Started the year on the Metro Jets Elite program. In just 4 games, had 6 points. Coaching staff knew right away he belonged on the Premier side, and he has responded. 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points in the season. Yeah, that was something at the beginning of the season. They saw him play, and you know that's one thing. You get them in the spring skates and stuff like that. They're just going through drills. They're doing that. When they got him into the game time scenario, game time stuff, they were like, this kid doesn't belong here. We're going to move him here. And that's just a fantastic deal to have. That's a good issue to have, right? You're moving up, so good on him, and he's been a pleasure to work with this year. Fifth of the team in scoring is the highest scoring defenseman on the roster. Where's number 61? The 18-year-old from Bois Chateau, Quebec, Canada, Alex Fournier. Fournier, 2 goals, 17 assists, 19 points on the season. He's tied for Smith on the team in points with 19. He's the highest scoring defenseman on the roster. The number 61, the younger brother of veteran Henrik Fournier. Yeah, it's funny. We were just talking to Fournier and explaining the Fournier. He's like, yeah. He goes, when I go to Starbucks, he goes, I got to give them my brother's name because they screw up my name so bad. Right? Yeah, it's funny, you know, and that's some of the stuff, you know, that's the stuff we're going to miss with these age outs, man. You know, you get that. We've developed these relationships with them, and it's just a pleasure being with these guys. And, you know, every season comes to an end, and we're getting to that one here, and so we're going to miss a lot of these guys. Speaking of age outs, the following players are playing their last home game of their junior hockey career. For MJDP, it is the 18 of Corey Anderson, the 38 of Chris Kobayashi, as well as the 12 of Caleb Simpson, the 17 of Landon Graham, and Logan DeAndrea, backup goaltender, number 80, all aging out. This is their final regular season home game of their junior hockey career. Yeah, you know, hopefully they get, you know, a couple more in a home game stand. We'll see how that plays out, but they got to play for it like they want it. Both these teams need to, but MJDP in particular, if they want a few more home games. And starting in goal this afternoon for the Metro Jets Development Program, wears number 31, the 19-year-old from Leonard, Michigan, Cameron Cyrus. So far this season, a record of 7 wins, 10 losses, no overtime losses, no shootout losses, a .345 goals against average, an .889 save percentage for Cyrus, who also has 2 shutouts this season. And for Cyrus to move up to Premier from Elite, it has not been a hard transition for Cyrus. And another key factor, he was the goaltender of record in the only other game against the Fresh Coast Freeze, stopping 17 of 20 shots he faced in MJDP's 5-3 victory back in October.
Yeah, we know he earned that spot on this Premier team, and with the work of Randy Wilson helping him out, he's only been getting better throughout the season. He had a couple rough patches there, and every goaltender has that. Throughout the season, every goaltender has that rough patch, and Randy kind of reels them back in and, hey, settle it down. This is what you need to do. And so he does really good with that, and these tenders here really respond to Randy really well.
He's mired right now on a 4-game losing streak. His last win came on January 3rd at the USPHL Tampa Showcase against the Hershey Cubs. He'd like to snap that, and what better time than right now? Yeah,
and he's one that, he's still got eligibility left here. So,
yep.
So it'd be nice to have him stick around, hopefully do some of these summer skates here and whatnot, and that's where there's some NHLers that hang out here over the summer and work with these boys too. So a very, very good opportunity for these guys.
The team he will face is the team to our left, representing the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Play their home game at the Griffside Southwest in Holland, Michigan, about 30 minutes southwest of Grand Rapids. It is the Fresh Coast Freeze. And as we mentioned at the top of the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show, it's very simple. Freeze win today, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's where, the Fresh Coast wants the win to get into the playoffs. DP needs the win to help them in the playoffs. So you got one team that wants to get in, one team that wants to improve where they're at in the playoff standing. So both these guys want the W, so it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out.
And leading the way, wears number 13 for the Fresh Coast Freeze, a 19-year-old from nearby Rockwood, Michigan, Logan Eshelman. Eshelman, 13 goals, 22 assists, 35 points on the season. He has been a catalyst this year for the Freeze.
Oh, yeah. You look at where he was last year with the Bell Tire, the U18. He only had 17 games with a total of 8 points. So you put that into perspective with where he's at this year, that's one heck of an improvement.
Second, the team in scoring, wears number 12 for the Freeze, the 19-year-old from West Bloomfield, Michigan, not too far from here. Braden Kelly. Kelly with 13 goals, 16 assists, 29 points on the season, one of only 2 players on this roster that have appeared in every game this year for the Freeze.
Yeah, and he's one that, he can put up some numbers. He was with the Lake Area United. He had 24 games and a total of 31 points in that. So, that's a guy that can plant him in the back of the net, and so it's going to be one of the guys they're going to have to watch out for.
Third on the team in scoring, wears number 24 for the Freeze. It is a 20-year-old from the west side of the state, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Noah Partridge. Partridge so far, 11 goals, 14 assists, 25 points in the season. He's only 2 points away from his total output 1 year ago.
Yeah, it was 18 points total last year, so, I mean, that's consistent. So you can't complain about consistency, right? And as long as you improve a bit on that, which he's a player that has, so that's something that Fresh Coast is going to have to look forward to.
Fourth on the team in scoring, he is the all-time scoring leader of the Fresh Coast Freeze brief franchise history. Wears number 19, the 19-year-old also from the west side of the state, Caledonia, Michigan, Emerson Lippert. Lippert so far, team leading 14 goals to go with 10 assists, 24 points on the season for the veteran who wears number 19.
Yeah, you look at where he was last year, a total of a 27-point output last year, so he's right in line to do where he was last year, and then he still has some eligibility, so I'm sure he'll be back with Fresh Coast next year, and it's going to be a team that's going to build on what they have.
Fifth on the team in scoring, wears number 23, the 20-year-old from Rockwood, Michigan, Charlie Huntoon. Huntoon so far, 5 goals, 17 assists, 22 points on the season.
And at a 22-pointer, 20-year-old, he's a good, consistent player. He's strong on the puck, and so that's just something they're going to have to do. Fresh Coast is going to have to win those 50-50 battles, keep DP on the outside, not allow him to cut inside, but then after every game like we've talked to, it's how long can they keep up with that? That's where the teams have trouble with the Jets. So it's going to be something we're going to see if Fresh Coast can hang on.
Highest scoring defenseman on the roster wears number 26, the 18-year-old from Flat Rock, Michigan, Jake Seske. Seske, 5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points in a season. He's only 18 years old, but he plays like he's a 20-year-old.
Yeah, he does. And that, having the point output from a blue liner, that's not bad, especially the assists and stuff like that. So he's definitely a helper out there on the ice.
And starting in goal this afternoon for the Fresh Coast Freeze, getting the call, wears number 29, the 20-year-old from Bowling Green, Ohio. It's Matt Brinkman. Brinkman so far a record of 4 wins, 5 losses, 3 overtime losses, a .453 goals against average, an .897 save percentage for Brinkman. And Brinkman has had to pick up the bulk of the workload with Colin Porn going down with a season-ending injury.
Yeah, and that's even his numbers from last year when he was with the Kingston Wranglers. He only played the 3 games. He had a .911 goals against average and an .873, so I could only imagine he got peppered on that with those stats. So
you know my favorite stat, save percentage. I don't even look at goals against. I look at save percentage. He's just shy of 90%.
Well, and that's the thing, 90% with a .453. He got peppered.
Oh yeah.
It's simple as that. He got peppered, but the save percentage, yes, that's what counts. That is not a bad save percentage. Any decent goaltender is anywhere right at that 90 and above range. When you get close to 90, you're getting in there to be a goaltender that can hang.
And with that being said, you've been watching the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. For all of your oral surgery needs, from facial trauma reconstruction, oral pathology, pre- and post-prosthetic surgery, and more, Dr. Robert John, an oral maxillofacial surgeon, offers a full scope of oral and maxillofacial surgical procedures. With almost 25 years of experience, Dr. John brings a unique combination of medical expertise and precision and compassionate care to the practice. He's going to perform surgery on my knee, or on my nose here during the offseason.
I can just punch it the other way and straighten it out.
Learn more at TroyOralSurgery.com or call 248-665-8769. I
was going to throw the mic down to Alexi.
You could, yeah.
Talk to him, but
we are scheduled to have Jake Howie, Metro Jets Development Program head coach, for our Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview, but he is in a meeting right now.
Oh.
And we are also scheduled for the second game of the day to have head coach of the Metro Jets, Jamie Lovell, will join us for his yearly appearance on our Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview.
The year-end breakdown.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. We may have to call an audible here because with Howie in a meeting right now, so we may have to call an audible. So we'll stand by here in just a little bit. Also, while we're thinking about it, we are without the services of Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar today, so that's kind of a bummer.
I know. You don't get the perky smiles. And,
right.
It's kind of a bummer.
Well, with Tim Hortons, locations are throughout the Metro Detroit area, including one less than a mile down the road from us here at MCIA. Get your morning started right for a quick pick-me up during the day. That's Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. So we'll go ahead and we'll forego the interview as Jake Howie getting his team ready for today's big matchup. A lot of implications from both sides of the fence here today between Metro Jets Development Program and the Fresh Coast Freeze. So what we're going to do, we're going to step aside for a few minutes, take a break, come right back with pregame ceremonies and opening drop of the puck. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Final 2 home games of the regular season here at MCIA. Both in USPHL Premier play. This first matchup of the day, it's a big one. The Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, will face off against the Fresh Coast Freeze. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck, alongside Matt Naiman, our Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst, Tyler Naiman, as always, at the controls of the camera. And normally, Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter Sarah Vassar would be joining us. She is not with us today. She has a prior commitment, so we are going to not have the in-between period interviews and the SCSPayroll.com player of the game interview today, which is a bummer.
Yeah, she ditched us.
Yeah, I think what it was, she was caught. You know, she's always looking for prey during the games. All season long, I think she was finally caught.
It could have been.
Very well could have been.
Well, at least she gave us a heads up.
She did. And Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club is a member of the United States Figure Skating, USFS. Whether your focus on figure skating is individual, competition, contested, or recreational, MCFSC is for you. All these opportunities, as well as becoming a part of the Spirited Family of Figure Skating, are available to you when you become a member. Let's jump right into the Golden Greek scratches for the game. Before and after the game, located right across the street from MCIA, the official restaurant of the Metro Jets Hockey Club. Scratches first for the Fresh Coast Freeze. Scratch number 10 of Grayson DeBrun. Also scratch number 1 of Colin Porn. Scratch number 25 of Mason Eshelman. Scratch number 27 of Matthew Elsey. Scratch number 28 of Brennan Zavalking. And scratch number 31 of Cameron Marinikis. For MJDP, scratch number 29 of Aiden Binkley. Scratch number 46 of Paulia Shazusinis. And scratch number 58 of Spencer Stanhope. Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups will be here in about 4.5 minutes. The Metro Junior Jets, Mount Clemens Hockey Club, offer Little Jets Learn to Skate program, house and travel hockey programs for girls and boys. The Junior Jets are also the only organization in Michigan that fields a parent junior A hockey program. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them here at MCIA. A true development ladder of some of the most experienced coaches in Metro Detroit. It is the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization. So much on the line, Matt Naiman, between these two clubs, and you wouldn't think that with these two teams don't play each other regularly. They're in separate divisions. MJDP in the Midwest Division, Fresh Coast in the Great Lakes Division. But there is so much on the line today.
Yeah, there really is. Like we said in the pregame, both of these teams want that W. Both of the teams need the W. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because we've seen it throughout the season, and I don't mean this in a negative way, any way whatsoever. But we've seen it just with Fresh Coast. It's like it's a game that it's like, man, this is going to be a really tough game for them, right? And I don't know about that. They beat them, or they've made it a really dang good game. You know, they've had other games to where their wheels fell off. But those games, that just goes to show you that this team can really play when they click and they're firing on all cylinders. And that's what they need to do here today.
They missed the playoffs last year in their first year as the Fresh Coast Freeze. For those that don't know, this is the former Buffalo Stampede franchise. Previous to that was the Buffalo Thunder. This franchise started in 2018-2019 as the Niagara Falls Thunder. Before moving, but they didn't really move. They just changed their name to the Buffalo Thunder in the 2019-2020 season. Then they became the Buffalo Stampede. They were the Stampede for a few years. And now, as this is the second year as the Fresh Coast Freeze. And last year, their record, 5 wins, 38 losses, 1 shootout loss. They've already more than doubled their total win output from a year ago. They're 11, 27, 3, and 1 right now. Yeah,
and that's just the thing. You look at the Colonels, right? From day one, they had a rough go, and you know we love Jensen to death. Great guy, and we see improvement after improvement after improvement every year. That's what they need to do. That's what they're doing.
And a win here today would eliminate, ironically, the opponents of the Metro Jets in our second game of our doubleheader. The Metro Jets will play the Cincinnati Cyclones later on this afternoon. Fresh Coast loses. Cincinnati still has life against the Jets later today. Yep. And then the Cincinnati goes home to Queen City Sportsplex for 2 games with the Buffalo Bearcats,
Yeah.
who are already eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah. So that's just with everything right now. The point standings are just so tight. Anybody hiccups, there's changes made. I mean, it's that tight.
For MJDP, it's a little more complicated.
Oh, it's a Pandora's box with MJDP. Unbelievable. All the different scenarios, everything that needs to happen.
The MJDP could finish as high as second, which would mean a first round, not only a first round bye, but home ice advantage in the second round of the playoffs, or they could fall all the way back to fourth, which would be home ice advantage, but they don't get the first round bye.
Mm-hmm. Which honestly almost might be the best scenario if that did happen. So out of all the different scenarios, that's just 2 of them.
Right.
That's just 2 of them. There's other things that can happen that's way outside the box, but it can happen. So those are the 2 simplest ones to explain to everybody. But there's a lot that can happen depending on what team decides to wake up between now and the end of the week.
And we're going to get a lot more clarity by the end of tonight because everybody's playing tonight.
Yeah.
We just happen to be the first couple of games this week.
Yeah, there's all important Cougars are playing tonight.
Yeah, the T-Rex and Cougars play again tonight.
That's one of the games that DP needs the Cougars to win that game.
The Columbus Mavericks host the Toledo Cherokee tonight at 6:30. The Battle Creek Colonels host the Red River Spartans at 7 o'clock tonight. The T-Rex host the Cougars tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. All those games have a bearing on this game.
Yeah. There's a lot that can happen.
We think we're burning up the calculators trying to figure things out. Once this game is over, those calculators will go into overdrive for the other teams that are watching this game today.
Yeah. A lot of different scenarios that can happen, but like I said, the ones we explained, those are the easiest ones. So we'll put those ones out there, and those are not necessarily the most likely ones to happen, especially, losing out, going from second to fourth, whatnot. That's not one of the more likely ones, but one of the easier ones to explain off.
And we're not going to jump into details, but there is another situation developing with MJDP, which will play a role in all this too. We'll get to that once it's finalized. All we can say, there is something brewing. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Mount Clemens Ice Arena for the final regular season home games of the 2025-2026 season of the USPHL Premier Action. Our first matchup of 2 today features the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the Fresh Coast Freeze. Let's meet the starting lineup. First for the visitors out of Holland, Michigan, the Fresh Coast Freeze. Starting at left wing, the 19-year-old from West Bloomfield, Michigan, the number 12, Braden Kelly. Starting at center, the 19-year-old from Rockwood, Michigan, the 13, Logan Eshelman. Starting at right wing, the 19-year-old from Indianapolis, Indiana, the 3, Trace Beckwith. Starting on defense, the 19-year-old from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the number 7, Ryder Steele. Also on defense, the 18-year-old from Flat Rock, Michigan, the 26, Jake Seski. And starting in goal, the 20-year-old from Bowling Green, Ohio, the 29, Matt Brinkman. General manager, head coach for Fresh Coast Freeze is Kyle Gagnon. And now the starting lineup for the Metro Jets Development Program. Starting at left wing, the 19-year-old from Montgomery Village, Maryland, the 49, Ryan Jacobson. Starting at center, the 19-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the 57, Ben McClain. On right wing, the 19-year-old from Miami, Florida, the 11, Lucas Benavides. Starting on defense, the 20-year-old from Lake Orion, Michigan, the 17, Landon Brown. Also on defense, the 20-year-old from Davison, Michigan, the 12, Caleb Simpson. And starting in goal, the 19-year-old from Leonard, Michigan, the 31, Cameron Cyrus. Head coach of the Metro Jets Development Program is Jake Howie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you are able for the playing of our national anthem. Pre-game ceremony is complete. National anthem is played. It's time to play the first of two on a Friday afternoon here at MCIA. Your referee is Tyler Burnett. The linesmen are Dan Alexi and Grant Libstaff. As the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, of course, are the home team representing the USPHL Premier Midwest Division, wearing the patriotic home white uniforms, the blue shoulders, and red trim. They are skating right to left. On your television screen, while the Fresh Coast Freeze, representing the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, play their home games in the Griffside Southwest in Holland, Michigan, about 30 minutes southwest of Grand Rapids, about 30 minutes south of Muskegon, right off the shores of beautiful Lake Michigan. They are the road team today, wearing the black uniforms.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Matt. You look at all the parents for Fresh Coast that decided to travel for this game. There's quite a few out there, so that just tells you right there how important this game is for Fresh Coast right now, too.
The Freeze and road team wearing the black uniforms with blue shoulders, white, powder blue, gray trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dial. Second ever meeting between MJDP and the Fresh Coast Freeze, and no game more important for both clubs this season than right here. Picked up there by Braden Kelly. Kelly now sends it back over to the corner. Caleb Simpson. Well, go over to Ryan Jacobson, who had a good game yesterday, a goal and assist, and MJDP's 5-3 loss to the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Picked up there by Logan Eshelman, who had it pickpocketed, but now sends it back over towards Cameron Cyrus. Caleb Simpson grabs the puck. As Jacobson trying to get it out, gets a little bit of help from Ben McLean. McLean back over to Jacobson. Jacobson off the boards for Lucas Benavidez, who knocks it into the Fresh Coast Freeze zone. It's been a while since the Freeze have played. You got to go back to February 7th. The February 6th and 7th, they were at the Southwood Recreation Center in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. A couple of non-divisional games with the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. And it didn't go the way the weekend they wanted it to for the Freeze. But they have not played in 13 days. And after today, they have their home finale at Griffside Southwest against the Metro Jets. Picked up by Emerson Lippard. Lippard sees it across. Over the 11 to Carson Riley with a shot up high and wide.
Fantastic move he had. Just to hesitate, back up just a bit to give him that space to fire that shot. That was a good deal. Good shot.
Carson Riley is making only his second appearance in a Fresh Coast Freeze uniform. The 18-year-old from Sparta, Michigan, was the leading scorer this year for the Sioux Indians U18 AAA program, the Tier 1 Elite Hockey League, coming to the Freeze here at the end of the regular season. He's a good addition for this Fresh Coast Freeze organization. Puck picked up by Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer sends it into the Freeze zone. Jake Seski will grab it. Seski off the boards, right to Mario Boscovich in the neutral zone. Schaefer over to Kobayashi. Kobayashi in a collision there with Seski. And picked up by Brandon Hannas. Hannas had it taken away by Caleb Curdo. Back in the lineup today after an upper body injury kept him out of yesterday's game. Kobayashi overskated the puck, knocked to the ice there. LeBlanc was sent down there by the number 2 of Brendan Hannas. And LeBlanc is down. He is not getting up. Just a clean hit by Brendan Hannas, and perhaps LeBlanc landing awkwardly, forcing a stoppage of play with 17:15 to go here in period number 1. Yeah, Matt, it was just a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. I'm wondering if LeBlanc just landed awkwardly or perhaps toe-picked. So LeBlanc getting help to the bench. 17:15 to go here in period number 1. No score, just underway between the Fresh Coast Freeze and the Metro Jets Development Program. So the face-off will be in the MJDP zone. The whistle was for MJDP. So Brad Cook will take the draw, the former Battle Creek Colonel, against Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin wins that draw cleanly. Vince Picka now to Corey Anderson. Anderson will bring it in. He's got Gamelin trailing. Anderson brings it in. Nice play by the 7 of Ryder Steele to force him to the outside, and Steele will feed it up to big A.J. Sherman. Sherman now to Patrick Waterman. Waterman feeds it back over to Ryder Steele. Anderson feeds it, takes it away, and sends it up to Galen. Too far for him. Brinkman will wrap it around the boards for Vince Picca, who had a goal yesterday in that 5-3 loss by MJDP to the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Corey Anderson also with a goal yesterday. Landon Graham with a shot off the blocker of Matt Brinkman. Puck up the cross for Gamelin. And Cooper Moses will grab it. The former Buffalo Bearcat, former Motor City Gambler sends it in. And Alex Fournier will pick it up. Younger brother Enric Fournier, who's sitting up here in the flight deck today. As A.J. Sherman grabs it. Another former Battle Creek Colonel. Sherman started the year with the Colonels, played 4 games before coming to the Fresh Coast Freeze, trying to feed it out in front to the 21 of Sean Stevens, and now picked off by Benavidez. Over to Ryan Jacobson. Jacobson brings it in, feeds it back to Benavidez. Benavidez pressured there by A.J. Sherman. Jake Mandeville, another former Battle Creek Colonel, had it knocked away. 4 former Battle Creek Colonels on this Fresh Coast Freeze roster, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, and I was, honestly, I was a
bouncing puck there. Wow. Sorry to interrupt, but no. Ryan Jacobson.
That's why I shut up. I saw that shot being fired, and then it gets deflected right out front, or tipped.
Now to Fournier with a shot, goes wide. Benavidez gets there just ahead of Sean Stevens. Stevens, former teammate to MJDP defenseman Donald Pratt, had to pump with what is now the Typhoon Hockey Club. They reacquainted earlier today in warm-ups. Mandeville sends it over into the corner, picked up there by Gavin Postotnik. Postotnik now to the 24, Noah Partridge. Picked up by Varelli, over to Liam Smith. Smith backhands it into the corner for Varelli, who's pressured there by Hayden Bilk. Wraps it around, met there by set Donald Pratt, and a penalty coming. It's on MJDP.
That's a B for a rough.
Boarding.
Wow.
As Varelli was voicing his displeasure, referee Tyler Burnett.
Well, there's an opportunity Fresh Coast needs to jump on.
Fresh Coast on the power play, 17.6%, scored 25 power play goals and 142 opportunities, the man advantage. While MJDP, 83% of the penalty kill, scored just a single shorthanded goal this season. The least of any team in the USPHL Premier. Shorthanded goal will go pretty well right now for MJDP.
It would go great for MJDP, and it'd also go great for...
And here comes Chris Kobayashi, the man who's got that shorthanded goal. With a shot, save made. Brinkman couldn't cover it. And Kobayashi almost had a second. He's the only one that has scored that shorthanded goal for MJDP this season. Picked up by Braden Kelly, pressured by Aiden Rabone. Donald Pratt trying to wrap it around. Gets a little bit of help from Kobayashi. Pratt digging it out. And it comes back to Aiden Rabone, who fires it down into the free zone. Matt Brinkman will collect it. The former Kingston Wrangler. Had it over for Seski, and now Logan Eshelman picks it up. The former Bell Tire Hockey Club product. For Trace Beckwith. Beckwith right to Schaefer's stick and sent it right back in. Now Jake Seski will grab it. Seski now to Beckwith. Beckwith avoids Cameron Schaefer, trying to feed it across, gets it back with a shot, save made by Cyrus. Here comes MJDP the other way. Cameron Schaefer collided with Brendan Hanna's. Hanna's a big boy, 6'2", 230 pounds. As Jake Mandeville over for Hanna's. The former Motor City Gambler. Pressured there by Ryan Jacobson. Hanna's bringing it in, and it was offside with 13:06 to go.
Yeah, Beckwith was hanging almost all the way out in the corner when it originally came out of the zone, and I don't think he realized it came out of the zone, and by the time he started skating back to clear to get out, it was too late.
I forgot to announce the penalty.
You're fired.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it out here right away. Right straight away.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Seeing that there's only 22 seconds left. I shouldn't have to tell you how to do your job.
Program penalty to number 40, Gianluca Borelli.
All right, so far, I mean, the Fresh Coast has not been much of a threat on this power play, and the Jets have just been able to, for the most part, just keep the puck cleared out of the zone. There's only 5 seconds left. It's going to be, they're going to burn that up.
And MJDP back to full strength. See, I got it out. I got it all out there.
Yeah, just as time expired. Good job.
That's right.
Good job, Matt.
I got it in. That's all that matters.
I'm sure for 2 minutes everyone knew there was a penalty up there.
No, some may not. You were talking about the crowd. A lot of parents here from the Fresh Coast Freeze.
Yes, a lot of them made that
This is a good crowd
travel.
for a Friday afternoon.
Right? Yeah, pretty much you could say in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it's basically the middle of the day here in Mount Clemens.
They decided not to work over there.
Yes.
And where's that Grand Rapids area?
Yes.
They decided
beautiful part of the country.
They didn't want to work today, so they wanted to come here for hockey.
Our friends at
I don't blame them.
Our friends at Berlin Raceway, not too far from there, over in Marne, Michigan.
Yeah, we'll be there a few times.
Yes, indeed. With a reveal of the Hammer Outlaw Super Late Model Series, our racing stuff starts getting going here pretty soon. A little over 2 months away.
It's hard to believe, and then we'll be going on that, and then next thing you know, that's in the ending. We're going to be doing this all over again.
Yes, indeed.
It happened so quick.
Lippert shot, Cyrus a save. Picka passes over the game, went back over to Vince Picka. Picka with a shot, and gloved down by Matt Brinkman. Let's meet Matt Brinkman, the 20-year-old goaltender from Bowling Green, Ohio. As Brinkman making his 16th appearance of the season. He's 4-5-3-0 with a .453 goals against average, .897 save percentage for the former Kingston Wrangler. Second year in the USPHL Premier for Brinkman. And Brinkman was very good on a not-so-good team, the Kingston Wranglers from a year ago. For the former Bowling Green Bobcat, Ohio High School Athletic Association.
The Bobcats. That's for Holton Lake as well. They're the Bobcats.
Grand Blanc is the Bobcats. There's a lot of Bobcats around.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Is a Bobcat similar to a Cougar?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So if the Bobcats play the Cougars, it'd be pretty even? If a Bobcat and a Cougar were to get into a fight.
A Cougar would whoop it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Bobcats are they're.
Well, we're talking about the animals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The animals, the Bobcats and the
Yes,
Cougars. Okay.
yes.
All right. Just want to make sure. Rabone with a shot deflected up in the glove of Matt Brinkman, who hangs on with 11:08 to go here in period number 1. Shots 4-3 in favor of MJDP.
Yeah, my place up north, I've had, right in my backyard, you've been out there on the deck.
Yep.
I have had bear. I've had, woodpeckers.
Have you had
deer,
T-Rex?
Turkey. No T-Rex yet.
You've had freeze.
Yeah, plenty of that. But, I mean, we got plenty of wildlife back there. That's really cool.
How about spacemen?
I can't comment on that.
Crush?
I plead the fifth.
Back bracket and almost had an opportunity there. Lejabokov.
I've crushed them out there.
Right, there you go.
So, there you go.
Any Jets? Cherokee?
I've heard them out there.
Mavericks? I can go right down the line. Spartans? I mean.
Only when I'm watching TV.
How about Cyclones?
Bomb Cyclone.
Bomb Cyclone, there you go. I'm just going through all the Midwest and Great Lakes Division names.
All right, stop it. Get back to hockey.
Yes, indeed. We're back to Brendan Hannes. Kobayashi sends it in the delayed offside. Matt Brinkman will play it. And we're talking to General Manager, Head Coach Kyle Gagnew about the loss of Colin Porn, their number 1 goaltender on this team. That's a big loss for the Freeze.
Yes, it was. That was, I believe, his thumb, a broken thumb, I believe it was, isn't it?
Porn spent 2 games with the Thunder Hockey Club in the NCDC this year. Prior to that was with the Battle Creek Colonels. But he has been dynamite this year for the Fresh Coast Freeze.
I'm messing with Randy over there.
Does he have his coffee? Oh, Suck's not here, so they can bring him one.
Yeah.
Benavidez with a shot off the shoulder of Brinkman.
I thought he had one with him earlier. So he'll be okay to talk to. He won't kill you.
Right. McLean for Mario Boscovich, who brings it in around A.J. Sherman. Boscovich went
no
to the
one
goal
home
mouth.
no one home on the backside there.
McLean trying to feed it up too far for Ryan Jacobson. And now Cameron Schaefer goes after it. Schaefer pressured there by Braden Kelly. Boscovich looking for Jacobson. Wasn't expecting a rider steal with a shot off the blocker of Cameron Cyrus.
Boy, that's twice that Jacobson kind of wasn't paying attention to what was going on and didn't anticipate a pass coming to him. He's got to be more aware.
He had a great game yesterday. 1 goal and 1 assist. That goal he scored yesterday was highlight reel material. Alex Fournier with a shot into the paraphernalia. Matt Brinkman, who hangs on. He's got a great first name, Matt Brinkman.
He does.
He does.
He does. I like it. Matt it's a fantastic name. Everyone should be named Matt.
A saint is named after Matt.
Yeah.
St. Matthew.
Yep.
And you know it's a good name.
Means gift from God.
That's right. We are.
Even though it burns when I step into church, I still do it.
Right. Holy water boils, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you know.
Fournier with a shot deflected into the glove of Matt Brinkman.
But yeah, everyone should be named Matt. It would just be, you wouldn't have to remember names.
Right.
It would be so much easier, and it's a great name.
I mean, there's no St. Tyler, is there?
No.
There's a St. Matthew, though. Talking about great names, Tyler. Matt's a great name. You know, the goaltender for the FreshCoast Freeze is Matt Brinkman. Yeah, there's no saint named after you. No. There's no St. Spencer. There's no St. Enric. There's a St. Matthew, though. That's right. All the way down and icing the call as Enric Fournier's younger brother, Alex Fournier, touches up. 9:10 to go here in period number 1. No score. Shots 8-5 now in favor of MJDP. I knew today was going to be big. I brought the extra strength Rolaids. I had to bring them today. Yeah, Tyler. Knew today was going to be hectic, so I brought the extra strength Rolaids. You get a certain age, you need the heartburn medication and all that. Emerson Lippert brings it in. 19-year-old from Caledonia, and Cyrus makes a save. Let's meet Cameron Cyrus. The 19-year-old goaltender from Leonard, Michigan. His second year with the Metro Jets Hockey Club. First on the USPHL Premier side. This season's been good, 7-10-0-0. With a 345 goals against average, 89 save percentage last year with the Metro Jets Elite. Played 15 games, 229 goals against average, 931 save percentage, 3 shutouts for the former Romeo Bulldog, Michigan High School Athletic Association. Cyrus the Virus.
That's it. Those of you who don't know, watch the movie.
Yes. Con Air is the movie. And last I knew, he had still not seen that movie. So he makes a save, and now we got a bit of a brouhaha behind goaltender Cyrus. That is, looks like Donald Pratt is in that involved with Emerson Lippert. And indeed it was. It was Pratt and Lippert were intertwined with each other, and Donald Pratt's telling Emerson, you got to go to the Golden Greek after the game. Today's special is the wet burrito.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't taken you to Sugar Bush.
Oh.
Well,
it was Lippert and Pratt who got together, but it's Gianluca Varelli and Carson Riley are going to the box.
I didn't see where everyone was. I knew it was Lippert down at the bottom of the pile, Pratt on top. I wasn't sure who else was involved in the brouhaha that was going on over there. Skirmish, the kerfluffle, whatever you want to call it, you know.
As Clovis Gamlin and Ryan Mitchell get explanations from referee Tyler Burnett. Ryan Mitchell, the former Colorado Fighting Elk, before joining the Fresh Coast Freeze.
So, offsetting Miners, still playing 5-on-5.
Yes, indeed. 8:48 to go here in period number 1. No score.
Hey, why don't you hand me one of those things that you told me you had?
What's that?
The getting older things.
Oh, you need a Rolade?
Yes.
There you go.
That's how I spell relief.
Yes, indeed. ROLAIDS. The fact that we know that commercial.
Right?
We're probably the only two that know that commercial.
We're only 25 years old.
That's right. Plus more.
A little.
Face off to the right, a goaltender Matt Brinkman. So a couple offsetting Miners.
But I do not miss how bad they taste, though.
But they do the job.
They do.
So the extra minor going to Emerson Lippert will put MJDP on the power play for the first time. Rabone with a shot, saved by Brinkman. Another pass save made by Brinkman with Donald Pratt parked in front of the net. Alex Fournier with a shot. So the extra minor went to Emerson Lippert. A 2-minute minor for slashing. Carson Riley and Donald Pratt coincident minors for roughing. And all the result of that, MJDP on the Metro Jets Foundation power play as Alex Fournier just fired a cannon at Matt Brinkman.
He got all of it on that one,
Yes,
too.
he did.
We had a great angle to see that shot from up here.
MJDP on the power play, 18.4%. Have scored 30 power play goals and 163 opportunities of man advantage. Another shot there, save, rebound comes out, was blocked. Fresh Coast has some work to do in the penalty kill, 68%. And they've only scored one shorthanded goal.
Oh, it sounded like that one off the post.
Yes, it did. Looks like a hand pass was being called. So Emerson Lippert, a 2-minute minor for slashing. Carson Riley also for the freeze, a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Donald Pratt for MJDP, a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. So MJDP on their first Metro Jets Foundation power play of the day. Face off in the zone in front of the freeze bench. Fresh Coast freeze penalties. For number 19, Emerson Lippert, a 2-minute minor for slashing.
Yeah, Ledger Bolkoff hands that off to Anderson. Anderson feeds it around over to Pika. Pika's pinched along the boards. He's able to get that out up top. Bouncing puck, covered up.
That's the freeze Lippert, 2 minutes for slashing. The freeze Wiley, 2 minutes for cross.
A good job by Brinkman tracking that puck. That bounced right in front of him. It got slow right in front of him. But
all penalties called. I just lost PA. Oh, I just lost PA.
I'll have to let me look into that.
Yep, go ahead. So play continues. Still 29 seconds left in the power play. The puck sent down into the Fresh Coast freeze zone. It's back now, Matt. We'll have to let Q know, Matt.
Yeah, someone's hitting buttons down there.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so that's going to do it for the power play. They were able to fight that one off. And offsides.
6:43 to go. And the power play is over, so both teams back to full strength.
I thought that was really weird. I can hear you through everything here, and then you just sounded like off in the distance.
Yeah, that's I was picking that up too.
I was looking over at you like, what are you doing?
Because I have
you can still hear it on the headset.
Mic.
Yeah.
I just bring the headset mic down to bring the PA.
Yeah.
To bring the PA mic up like this. That way you can still kind of hear what's going on.
Well, that's what threw me off.
Yeah. 6:30 to go.
Thought maybe you fell over or something.
Well, yeah, I'm standing right next to you.
Doesn't mean I'm paying attention to you.
Right. Picked up there by the 17 of Caden Hill. Trying to feed it up to Hayden Bill. Shot there, blocked.
Oh, he blocked it all right.
Boscovich with a block, but he paid for it. And Boscovich heading right to the bench.
It's a good thing they have that equipment that they have, because that did
doubt.
not look fun.
Oh, he's going to sit back and just contemplate life choices right now. Puck wrapped around the boards and comes to the 21, Sean Stevens, who sends it in. Cyrus leaves it there for Alex Fournier.
I hurt for him up here.
Oh, so do I. Jake Seski brings it in. The 18-year-old from Flat Rock, Michigan. Over to him. Back with a shot. Saved by Cyrus. Rebound comes across. Another off-angle shot. Save. Rebound comes out. Big save by Cyrus.
Exactly what I'm talking about from Fresh Coast. This team at any given time can click on all cylinders and just put some good pressure on you. And that just showed right there.
And Cameron Cyrus came to play today.
Yeah.
He has made some key saves, and now we got a penalty.
Call here. That is going to be on Fresh Coast.
2-minute line for slashing. And that'll put MJDP in their second Metro Jets Foundation power play And that's not a player they want in the penalty box.
No.
Leading scorer Logan Eshelman. 2-minute monitor for slashing.
Yeah, and that's just when they had that momentum in the jet zone, too. They turn around and go shorthanded. That's some of the stuff on that.
How about Cameron Cyrus?
Yeah. Oh, the series of shots that he stopped. The guy was flopping around like a fish over there.
Oh, making some great saves.
Yeah.
5:14 to go here in period number 1. No score between MJDP and Fresh Coast Freeze. As MJDP goes on their second Metro Jets Foundation power play of the day. And the puck's sent all the way down and in on Cyrus, who goes after it. Logan Eshelman, 2-minute monitor for slashing. Fresh Coast Freeze penalty. Number 13, Logan Eshelman, a 2-minute monitor for slashing. Penalty called at 14.
So I didn't see that slash. So was that in retaliation / frustration of the series of events down there, or was he just trying to do something and got caught with the slash? So regardless, it is what it is. They're on the power play. Fournier's got it. He goes to take a shot, and that is sticked away by Huntoon.
Now Fournier lost it in his skates. Huntoon's going after it. Fournier gets there ahead of him and feeds it over to Caleb Simpson. 4:25 to go here in the first period. I just realized that Sarah Vass was not here with us. I was getting ready to text her.
I was just about to say something, Matt. You don't need to.
Right.
Saw you pick up that phone.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to do, too.
You want to know something? You should text her anyway.
I should. You're right. You're right. Now to sell, habit.
By the way, bring me cookies.
Yes.
There you go. Because she didn't do that.
No, she didn't. She didn't bring us cookies all year.
Yeah. Fournier deflected.
And Brinkman covers it up.
They were kind of upset that he stopped that, and the referee was like, oh, that's on me. He briefly lost sight of it, blew the whistle.
3:46 to go here in period number 1. No score between Metro Jets Development Program and the Fresh Coast Freeze. Shots even, 11-11.
Yeah, I mean, Fresh Coast came to play today so far. I mean, they're
much on the line for both clubs. Still 30 seconds left in the power play. Schaefer with a shot. Scores! Wow. Cameron Schaefer! Oh, that puck had eyeballs. Oh, my. Cameron Schaefer on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. And Schaefer, the 19-year-old from Kalamazoo, Michigan, his second goal of the season. And MJDP strikes first. They lead 1-0. That puck had eyes, Matt Naiman.
Oh, it did. And it wasn't a hard shot. It was a simple wrist shot. It was actually what most would consider a muffin shot from the blue line. It didn't have much on it. It actually had a little bit of an arch to it and just completely eluded Matt Brinkman on that save.
It was a high fluttering shot that just had
wasn't
eyeballs.
Much on it. Yeah.
And Cameron Schaefer, his second goal of the season.
But that's what happens. Good things happen when you put stuff to the net.
Indeed. Schaefer on the Metro Jets Foundation power play has given MJDP the 1-0 lead. Pika grabs it away, and now it's taken away from him in turn by Ryder Steele as Schaefer sends the puck in. 2:45 to go. Corey Anderson with a shot was partially blocked, and Brinkman covers it with 2:40 to go here in period number 1. Cameron Schaefer is second of the season from Clovis Gamelin at 16-17. It was right off the draw. Gamelin won it back to Schaefer.
Yeah.
Schaefer just fired it towards the net. And again, the puck had eyeballs and found its way past Brinkman.
Simple little rainbow wrister is all that was. It wasn't a lot to it.
And it was on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Curto with a shot, and Brinkman gloves it down. So it's Schaefer his second from Clovis Gamelin at 16-17 to give the Jets development program a 1-0 lead. Who let the dogs out? Who's letting your dogs out right now?
My daughter-in-law and son.
You have 12 dogs at the house.
4 dogs, 3 cats, 2 rabbits.
Yeah.
4 chickens.
Jeez.
A snake.
Oh, a zebra.
A bearded dragon. 2 rabbits.
Oh, good Lord.
And
now breakaway potentially for Carson Riley with a shot up high on Cyrus. Bouncing puck is loose. Riley with a shot. Save made by Cyrus.
The zoo is constantly adding.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, wow.
Off the skate of Caleb Simpson. And the Freeze have tied it. Emerson Lippert off the skate of Caleb Simpson. And the Fresh Coast Freeze have tied this game. As Lippert, the 19-year-old from Caledonia, Michigan, his 15th goal of the season. And just like that, man, naming it's 1-1. No one feels worse than Caleb Simpson right now.
You all know something? You look at both those goals. Both those goals were really nothing, anything. One was just a rainbow wrist shot from the blue line. The other one was just a simple feed out front off a skate.
Yep.
I mean, there were nothing goals, but nonetheless, we're tied here at 1-1, just under 2 minutes to go.
Ryan Jacobson trying to feed it across. 1-1 the score.
Are you really touching her too, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I want to keep her involved.
Yeah.
Metro Jets Development Program's first goal, his second goal of the season on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Scored by number 23, Cameron Schaefer. Assisted by number 27, Clovis Gamelin. Time of the goal, 16-17 of the first period. That's MJDP's first goal on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. Schaefer, his second of the season from Gamelin, the 16-minute, 17-second mark of the first period.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
It was Emerson Lippert, by the way, his 15th of the season from Carson Riley at 17:52. Fresh Coast Freeze first goal, his 15th goal of the season. Scored by number 19, Emerson Lippert.
As here comes Smith over the blue line. And we have another call. What is this going to be?
As a Freeze first goal, Lippert is 15th.
That's going to be on Fresh Coast.
The 17-minute, 52-second mark of the first period. And Jake Seski will head off. A 2-minute minor for charging. Haven't seen a charging minor in a while.
Yeah.
Now, but the MJDP back in the Metro Jets Foundation power play for the third time. They're 1 for 2.
So if Fresh Coast is able to fight this off, there'll still be a 58-second power play that'll lead into the second period.
I'm keeping Sarah involved.
Did she even reply to you yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're missing our Mount Cummins Figure Skating Club on ice reporter, Sarah Vassar. Normally I would go down, but I'm also doing PA duties as well.
Tell her hurry up and get here. You got 2 minutes.
Right. 1 minute remaining in the first period. As you heard the sweet docile tones of the PA announcer here at MCIA.
Yeah, I got to find that guy. I'd like to do a...
By on front scores! Liam Smith! A second Metro Jets Foundation power play goal. Special teams coming into play now. Matt Naiman as Liam Smith picks up the goal. The 19-year-old from Flagstaff, Arizona. His 7th goal of the season. And MJDP has a lead back at 2-1.
And that's just it. That goes to what I say through the whole season. You cannot win a game from the box.
Nope.
You can't do it. And Fresh Coast, they're only down 1. They are still in this game. You don't get dumb now, I guess you could say. Keep playing smart hockey.
Both MJDP's goals have come on the Metro Jets Foundation power play. It is 2-1. As Vince Picca battles there with Seski. Picca over to Gamelin, who couldn't pull the trigger. Boy, Gamelin has had an opportunity. Here comes Noah Partridge. Partridge backhands it for Ryder Steele. Steele steps up, knocked away by Picca. And now Corey Anderson's off to the races. Anderson's got Picca trailing. And nice play by Jake Seski to knock him to the outside. MJDP's second goal on the Metro Jets Foundation.
So with just 8 seconds left, the Jets are just going to dump it in and burn up that clock as Anderson tries to poke it over in the corner up along the wall. And that's going to do it there for the first period with MJDP 2 and Fresh Coast Freeze 1. As Matt said, we're going to go. The SCS payroll
19-minute, 10-second mark
interview
of the
as
first
Sarah
period.
Vassar isn't here.
Shots on goal in the first period. Fresh Coast with 12. MJDP with 13. The score at the end of one period of play. The Metro Jets
So shots on goal that period were
Fresh Coast
12-13 in
freeze,
favor of MJDP.
So as Matt alluded to, we would normally have our National Coney Island first period interview, but we are missing Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar. Just for your information, it would have been Cameron Schaefer would have been our interview.
Yep.
So we're going to step aside for about 7-8 minutes or so. Come back for first period recap and start the second period. The score at the end of one. The Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP 2, Fresh Coast Freeze 1. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Game 1 of our Friday doubleheader, the final regular season home games of the 2025-2026 season here at MCIA. This first matchup at the end of 1, the Metro Jets Development Program 2, Fresh Coast Freeze 1. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck, alongside Matt Naiman, our Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst. Tyler Naiman is always at the controls and the camera when he's not on his phone. And normally, Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar would be lurking about the property in search of her latest prey, but she has been caught, and she is now in a place she don't want to be. Matt Naiman.
She's at home.
She's at home. Let's jump right in to the National Coney Island first period recap. National Coney Island has been in business since 1965, over 60 years. It currently owns and operates over 20 restaurants here in southeastern Michigan. Corporate headquarters are located just down the road in Roseville, home of the original location. Call 1-888-44-CONEY and order now. Shots on goal in the first period. Fresh Coast Freeze with 12 with the Metro Jets Development Program at 14. And the goal scoring didn't start until just over 4 minutes to go. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Cameron Schaefer on the Metro Jets Foundation power play picked up his second goal of the season, and the assist of Clovis Gamelin. That came at 16-17 to give MJDP a 1-0 lead. Yeah, I see Canada scored. But then a minute and 30-some seconds later, make sure my math's right, minute and 35 seconds later, Emerson Lippert bounces a puck off the skate of Caleb Simpson past goaltender Cameron Cyrus to put the Freeze back on the board. Emerson Lippert is 15th of the season from Carson Riley at 17:52 to briefly tie this game for the Freeze at 1. But then MJDP went back on the Metro Jets Foundation power play, and Liam Smith picked up his 7th goal of the season on the assist from Aiden Rabone and Caleb Simpson at 19:10 to give MJDP a 2-1 lead. Big thank you to Lee and Haley Lansdowne of the Cincinnati Cyclones. You see, Matt saw it, but I don't think Tyler saw it. The Lansdowns brought me some Skyline chili from Cincinnati. How about that?
Yes,
Heck
that's some good stuff right there.
Oh, some good stuff.
Paige loves that stuff.
Oh, man, I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Oh, I'm going to go to a Coca-Cola.
That's what I got.
Yummy. This is the first of 2 today. Programming note for our Black Bear TV broadcast world headquarters in Youngstown, Ohio. Immediately after this game, we'll jump right into the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show for the Metro Jets, Cincinnati Cyclones. That'll be coming up after this game. The final regular season home game of the 2025-2026 season here at MCIA. Hard to believe. We talked about in the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. It just seems like it was only a couple weeks ago we started training camp.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I remember getting here, setting all this stuff up for the season, and us hanging out up here, checking out, who was new coming in, and heck, we're just about done.
Yeah, we almost are. And as we mentioned, we've talked about it a lot. This game is huge for both clubs.
Okay.
For the Fresh Coast Freeze.
Oh, they're saying that's not going to be a goal for Canada. Oh, they were offsides?
Oh, offside.
Oh man, that means I got to turn my phone back on.
We got a game here. It's way more important than that one. Way more important. Go Finland. Anyways.
Right. That's right.
MJDP and Fresh Coast get ready to start the second period. And we got the big dogs on the third team on the ice with Tyler Burnett, your referee today, Grant Lipstaff, Dan Alexi, the linesman. As we get set to go for period number 2. Big game, and we know Cincinnati Cyclones, they have a very keen interest in this game, Matt Naiman. If MJDP should hang on and win this game, that gives the Cincinnati Cyclones a fighting chance for that last playoff spot. They play the Jets later today, but then they go home to Queen City Sportsplex tomorrow and Sunday, and with 2 dates against the Buffalo Bearcats. And while the Fresh Coast Freeze will host the Metro Jets tomorrow at Griff's Ice House West, in Holland, Michigan.
Let's see what they say. What? They're calling that a goal.
They called it a goal for Canada.
Wow. They showed a screenshot.
Oh, he was offside.
They showed a screenshot. The guy was about a foot offside.
Oh, he was way offside.
Wow.
Second period underway. Metro Jets Development Program. Of course, the home team wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue shoulders, and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen. With the Fresh Coast Freeze from the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Based out of Holland, Michigan. They are the road team today, wearing the black uniforms, blue shoulders, white powder blue, and gray trim. They are skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. And a puck was played with a high stick. 19:29 to go here in period number 2.
Oh, and that's what makes it even worse now is Finland actually challenged it. They lost, obviously.
Oh, so now they go
somehow lost the challenge on that.
So now they go on the penalty kill.
Wow. Yeah.
Is that the same? Is it
25 seconds left to go in the game.
That rule is the same in the Olympics as well as the NHL. They challenge and lose. They go on the power. They
go.
It's a delay of game minor.
There was one thing in your defensive zone. You can actually do a hand pass in your defensive zone, and that is not a penalty, but only in your defensive zone. That's a little rule differential.
Well, that's the same. That's kind of the same. That's kind of the same here as well. As long as the hand pass goes behind you,
yes,
you can hand pass all to your heart's content in your own zone. But as long as the puck does not make forward progress.
Yes, you can do that all day long in your defensive zone.
Right. Shot there by Carson Riley. Picked up by the fellow 11, Lucas Benavidez. And Riley picks it up. The former Sioux Indian had 35. Ben McLean trying to take advantage of the turnover. And Brinkman's going, what the hey, man?
McLean was just in the right place at the right time. He was actually just trying to get a pass up, and McLean was right there in front of him.
Donald Pratt with a shot off the skate of Corey Anderson. Bounced off the side of the net. Feeds it back to Pratt. Pratt with a shot deflected by Anderson, saved by Brinkman. Comes back to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin back to Pratt. Pratt sends it across. Too far for Lejabokov. Had it knocked away. Vince Picca grabs it. For Gamelin to Lejabokov, who keeps it in. For Gamelin to Corey Anderson. Anderson trying to get it over to Picca, but was knocked away by Charlie Huntoon. As Riley avoided the check there by Donald Pratt. Corey Anderson grabs it. Anderson, shot saved by Brinkman. Big glove stop by Matt Brinkman on Corey Anderson.
And that one gave Pratt a stinger. He's not even putting pressure on that left leg right now going back onto the bench. I honestly thought that was going to be a call because that was knee to knee right there when they both collided. So,
and that was Pratt and Carson Riley.
So whether or not, to make the determination on who was actually at fault is that because Pratt kind of turned into it.
Yep.
So it's not like they were skating at each other. So
there is
most likely that's probably why there was not a call on that.
Schaefer with a shot just wide. Picked up by Jake Seski. The former Riverview Gabriel Richard Pioneer. Great Michigan High School Athletic Association hockey program. Riverview Gabriel Richard. As Brinkman makes the save.
I think we should just use Matt makes the saves.
Yes, Matt makes the save.
Yeah.
You know what I'm looking forward to here in the next couple weeks, week or two? Team Pitcher Day.
Oh, yeah.
I get to participate for the first time. Because before, the previous 4 years, I've lived in Ohio, so I couldn't make the 4+ hour trip just for Pitcher Day.
Yeah, and we made sure we arranged it so you couldn't show
up.
But,
well, now you have no choice. Now you have no choice. I'm going to be here for it. Chris Kobayashi, nice hustle, and Brinkman had to cover. I got to make sure my hair is nice for the Team Pitcher Day. Yeah, you mentioned it earlier today. Taking a quick peek over to our left. All those fans over there to our left, that is all Fresh Coast Freeze fans. Over in the Fresh Coast Freeze parents and such.
Yeah, I'd have to say, honestly, it's probably even because we got a lot of the parents sitting over here along the glass plus the ones in the stands. So it's probably
And it makes sense. This is the final regular season home game of the year for MJDP.
Important game for both teams.
Yes,
so they're
indeed.
here to support their boys, and that's an awesome thing.
Partridge now with Stevens. Stevens gets it back over for the 20 of Hunter Bilk. The 20-year-old from Jenison, Michigan, had it knocked away. Icing the call. Now we'll get Tyler to focus over on the Fresh Coast Freeze parents. That's a nice contingent here of Fresh Coast Freeze parents. We're making their way here from the west side of the state of Michigan.
Yeah, because that's a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive.
It's about a 3 hour drive.
Yeah.
It's 2:45 from my house to Berlin Raceway.
Yeah.
And Holland's another 20 minutes past that.
Yeah.
Right on the shores of Lake Michigan. Beautiful, beautiful city. Holland, Michigan.
It's been years since I've been there, but done a couple tournaments out there back in the day.
But nice, like I said, nice contingent.
Mm-hmm.
Boscovich now to Cameron Schaefer. He's got a goal today. They're taken away. Beckwith, penalty coming. It's on the Freeze. And Logan Escherman is voicing his displeasure at that. 2-minute minor for kneeing. That's two calls we haven't seen normally here and don't see too often anymore. We had a charging minor earlier.
Yeah.
And now we got a kneeing minor.
Yeah, the kneeing. You're lucky if you get that call a handful of times a year.
Canada going to the gold medal game.
Doing the handshake.
Finland will still play, though. They'll play for the bronze medal on Sunday. So what's it, USA and who coming up? Who they playing? Brazil?
Egypt or something.
Egypt? So it's the United States and Egypt for the semifinal. No, I think it's Slovakia, isn't it? Or no, it's Czechia. Is it? I can't remember.
No,
Tyler, who's USA
Czechia
playing?
Lost to Canada.
2-0. Shot. Save made by Cyrus.
He briefly lost that, too, and it was sitting right out in front of him.
Charlie Huntoon and Emerson Lipper were coming down 2-0 on Cameron Cyrus, and Cyrus makes the big save. Now you got me wondering, who's USA playing? USA Hockey is playing who? They are playing Slovakia. The winner plays Canada.
That's a good game.
The winner plays Canada for the gold.
Czechia had, they got a great team. Canada's got a great team, but, not as good as U.S. Say what you want.
Well,
U.S. all the way, man.
The winner of USA-Slovakia will play Canada for the gold. The loser will play Finland for the bronze.
Yes, sir.
I have an issue with the USA Olympic hockey team, men's team, and I'll tell you here in a second.
They're better than you?
No. Grammed over to Verrelli with a shot, save made.
I'm not sure what happened.
Here's my thought.
I'm not sure what happened.
Here's my thought. Yeah, we have one Fresh Coast Freeze player down. That could be Brendan Hanna's.
I don't know.
No,
what
actually,
happened.
that may be. No, it's Patrick Waterman. Our apologies. But here's my issue with the U.S. Olympic team. Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars did not make the Olympic team, and I would like to know why.
I don't know.
One of the best American players in the National Hockey League, not on the roster. The other issue I have, and I know this is going to ruffle a little for some feathers, I think Austin Matthews is overrated.
Yes, I agree with that.
He number 2 on that. No way.
He's dang good. He's dang good. But
there is
no
way he should be wearing the C. No way.
Yeah.
0 way he should be wearing the Z.
Yeah,
I'll grant him an A.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I think Austin Matthews is overrated.
I got some NHL buddies of mine that they're good friends with Matthews and Crosby, and I didn't realize it the one time, and I said something to him about Crosby, and he's like, hey, that's a good buddy of mine. I was like, oh.
and not being a Detroit Red Wings homer, but why is Alex DeBrincat not on the Olympic team? DeBrincat and Jason Robertson. And to a point, just for the veteran leadership, Patrick Kane. Why are they not on the U.S. Olympic team?
Yeah, Kane I could see. DeBrincat.
Leadership. Patrick Kane, leadership.
Yeah. DeBrincat to me is just You know, I guess you could say it's almost a consistency thing with him. He's got great games, and then he's got games you don't hear anything from him about, you know. So that could have been a concern for Team USA. I don't know.
My biggest thing, but the biggest thing to me is why Jason Robertson, shot there, saved made by Brinkman. The biggest thing for me is why Jason Robertson is not on the Olympic team of the Dallas Stars.
Yeah.
One of the best American-born players in the NHL today, not on the Olympic team. I would like to know why. And now I have another question.
Yes.
Why is Dylan Larkin wearing 21 and not 71? No one else is wearing 71 on the Olympic team. I've been trying to find that out for 2 weeks now. There is nothing online. There is nothing at all about why Dylan Larkin's wearing 21 and not 71. I would like to know that.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Maybe our boys here can help us out in the flight deck. Why is Dylan Larkin wearing 21 in the Olympics, not 71? There is no 71 on the Olympic team. What's that? Okay.
Because what?
He does. That's when he plays for his country, he wears 21. Okay, that's fair. But he's 71 for the Red Wings.
Yes.
Who's 21 for the Red Wings?
I don't know.
Nobody. There is no 21.
Okay. Well,
and it's not retired. Okay, pondering thoughts for today.
Well, stop thinking.
Oh, shush.
That hurts.
And a penalty coming.
I think that one's going to be on Fresh Coast as well. Oh, maybe not.
No, it's going to be on on MJDP, Lucas Benavidez.
Okay, well, this is an opportunity here for
2-minute minor for slashing.
For Fresh Coast to get right back into this game. They're only down 1. I mean, Fresh Coast, for the most part, has been playing pretty good.
Yes, they have. MJDP 2 for 4 now on the power play. Well, now they are 1 for 1 on the penalty kill.
Come on, I know you love this song.
What are you freaking doing?
Annoying you?
Right. So Lucas Benavidez heads off. So Logan Eshelman, 2-minute minor for kneeing at 3:43. Then 3 minutes and 1 second later, Lucas Benavidez goes off. 12:51 to go here in period number 2. 2-1 to score.
Hey, did you announce that goal? Or the penalty, by the way?
For Eshelman, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, you should get on that.
Development program penalty to number 11, Lucas Benavidez.
All right, as Kelly's going to take that, puts it up the middle.
Penalty called at 6:44 of the second period.
He takes that over into the corner. Tries to put it around, wrap it around, lightly going back behind the net.
MJDP goes back and then taking to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill.
Pass over to Lippard.
Lippard feeds it across, looking for Eshelman. His younger brother, Mason Eshelman, was one of the scratches today. The 17-year-old from Rockwood, Michigan, is finishing up his season with the Riverview Gabriel Richard Pioneers. The Michigan High School Athletic Association will join the Freeze once the Pioneers season is over. And that's what the Freeze are trying to do, trying to extend their season. Oh, Eshelman just missed.
He had him beat on that. If he could connect it with that pass, he would have beat him.
Kobayashi brings it in. Over to Curto, who misfired. Almost had the shorty. And one Freeze player went crashing hard into the net.
Yeah, that never feels good, but he's up.
That's Jake Seski, the 18-year-old from Flat Rock, Michigan. Also a former Riverview Gabriel Richard Pioneer. Seski's been a good addition to the Freeze this year.
Yes.
5 goals, 15 assists, 20 points in the year. The highest scorer amongst defensemen on the roster for the Freeze.
Dave's checking him out right now. Yeah, everything seems to be okay. He was just caught himself a stinger.
It's about that time of the year where some of the things, some of the hits, some of the collisions at the beginning.
Too many.
Yeah. There were 7.
And look at him smiling. He knows exactly what he did. He saw them making that change. He turned and fired it.
That's just.
That is good heads-up
That's
awareness
hockey
right
sense
there.
by Landon Graham. Good hockey sense by Landon Graham. Not only did that kill that penalty kill, but in 17 seconds, MJDP goes on their fifth Metro Jets Foundation power play. That is good veteran hockey set by Landon Graham.
That was some good heads up right there. He turned, he saw that change coming, and he just fired it to him.
Just fired it right to the bench.
Yep.
Landon Graham, who is playing his last home game of his junior career, it's kind of a bummer that he only started playing defense here not that long ago. He's found a home on the blue line.
Yeah, that he has.
Of course, we think of what one player do we think of that was a forward when he came to the organization, converted to a defense, and became one of the best defensemen in the league. Jake Taylor.
Yeah. Okay, as that penalty, Benavidez just came out of the box. So right now, minute and 42 power play for MJDP.
Yes, indeed. So a bench minor for too many men on the ice. So, Matt, do we charge Lee Lansdowne rent up here?
No, he brought the chili.
Yeah. Yeah, he brought
the chili.
He brought Skyline chili.
He gets a free pass.
We're not charging rent for you guys to be up here. It's all right. FreshCoast Freeze penalty, a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Penalty called at 8:26 of the second period. As the FreshCoast Freeze, a bench minor for too many men on the ice, being served by the number 23 of Charlie Huntoon. Penalty called at 8 minutes 26 seconds of the second period. That means MJDP goes back to the Metro Jets Foundation power play.
Maybe we should get Lansdowne to do some color with you here for a bit.
Well, he's really enthralled in this game. That is for sure.
But he can sit here and watch the Olympics here
right.
too. I got it all set up.
Fournier brings it in, shot. Puck was
able to
sitting
clear
there.
It out. It was sitting right there at the corner.
It was sitting right there in the goal mouth in the blue paint. 10:20 to go here in period number 2. 2-1 to score. Rabone pressure on the puck. Good to see Jake Seski back on the ice. As Liam Smith feeds it across over to Alex Fournier, who couldn't keep the puck in. Feeds it back over to Landon Graham. Graham backhands it for Fournier. 30 seconds left in the power play. Fournier now to Clovis Gamelin. Cross ice to Landon Graham. Graham will bring it in. Sets it up, looking for Gamelin. Had it knocked away by Jake Seski, who sends it down. Right in on Cameron Cyrus. 9:45 to go here in period number 2. 2-1 to score.
One last push.
Fournier had it knocked away. Picked up by Noah Partridge. Partridge with a shot, saved by Cyrus. Big stop there, shorthanded by Cyrus.
And that's going to do it.
And picked up by Gamelin. Gamelin now with the puck. He's got Vince Pica heading towards the net. Pica couldn't get a handle on it. Feeds it back over to Gamelin. For Corey Anderson, pressured by Partridge. Schaefer with a shot. Bouncing puck goes wide. And Brendan Hanna's pressured by Pica. Feeds it across over to Jake Seski. Seski now sends it in. Hops over the stick of Cameron Schaefer. Caleb Simpson goes after it. Pressured there by Hayden Bilk. Wraps it around the boards. Kept in by Sean Stevens. Stevens stepped in the puck and lost the wheel in the process. Pica up to Corey Anderson. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Anderson gets it to him, trying to feed it off a steel skate. Bouncing puck in, just goes to the right of Cyrus, icing the call. 8:41 to go here in period number 2. No, it's okay for Lee Lansdowne to be up here right now on the fight deck. He is a fan of MJDP at the moment.
Reluctantly shaking his head.
Yeah. Plus, he brought a Skyline chili, so he's fine. Yeah. Picked up by Partridge. Skates around Simpson. Here comes Partridge. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Partridge, nice play by Boscovich, but he still got the shot off.
We need to make that a requirement for him for next season.
Yes.
Anytime he comes here, he's got to bring.
Yes, every time Cincinnati comes to Mount Cummins Ice Arena from now on, they have to bring Skyline chili as a requirement. We'll write it right in the contract.
Yeah.
Caleb Curto trying to pick the pocket of Sean Stevens. As Hayden Bill grabs it, sends it across, sticked away by Cyrus. Another save there on the shot by Ryder Steele.
I'll tell you what, that's just like what I was telling you with Fresh Coast. They are 100% completely in this game. They're not out of it by any means. They're getting bunches of good offense in the jet zone. And Cyrus is up to the task. He's doing a good job, but the defense needs to step up.
Face off to the left, the goaltender Cameron Cyrus. 8:03 to go here in period number 2. 2-1 to score. DP on top. Shots 5-4 in favor of DP. 19-16 overall. Also in favor of DP. Here comes Donald Pratt. Pratt battles there with Ryan Mitchell. Pratt feeds it up to John Legibokov with a shot. Bouncing puck goes wide. Another backhand shot by Pratt. And Brinkman was able to cover. Now a little mini brouhaha. Just one ha on that.
Brouhaha, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't think, this being only the second ever meeting between MJDP and Fresh Coast, that would be a bit of a rivalry, a little kerfluffle every now and then.
They're both playing for something. These boys are playing.
Absolutely they are. A win here by the Freeze gives them the 6th and final seed in the Great Lakes Division. As Lee gives me the evilest look I've ever seen by Lee.
He'll take that chili away.
Right? MJDP is fighting for the number 2 seed in the Midwest Division. They need the W here today, especially after the 5-3 loss yesterday to the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Both teams playing
2-on-1.
There's an awful lot on the line for both clubs. Eshelman, poke check by Cyrus. Great play by Cyrus. Comes back to Benavidez. Around, flutters it by Mitchell. And icing the call. 7:05 to go here in period number 2. Depending on how this game goes and then how the T-Rex Cougars game today and tomorrow go, MJDP could be from anywhere from the 2nd seed to the 4th seed, depending on how that goes. They could either be hosting, getting a first-round bye and home ice advantage, all the way down to no bye and home ice advantage in the first round. There's so much that's happening with both clubs right now that affects a whole lot of other clubs just on this game alone. Bouncing puck in just to the right of Matt Brinkman. Ryder Steele's got to play it. Steele gets around Lucas Benavidez. Over Emerson Liver, intercepted by Liam Smith, who's knocked to the ice. Big hit there by Ryder Steele. One thing you can't say about the Fresh Coast Freeze, they hit hard.
Yeah.
When they hit you, you feel it. Fournier up to Liam Smith. Over to Aiden Rabone. Rabone brings it in. Puts on the brakes, sends it across for Gianluca Varelli. Off the skate, a steal. Shot by Rabone goes wide. Picked up by Landon Graham. 6:15 to go here in period number 2. Fournier, top of the face-off circle, steps out, fires. And deflected behind the net. Not in the net, but behind the net. There's Carson Riley, who sends it in. Landon Graham will collect. DP trying to catch the Freeze on the line change, but instead results in an icing call with 5:55 to go here in period number 2. How big is this game? Tristan Jensen tuning in for the Battle Creek Colonels. The Matt and Matt broadcast midday, a dream come true.
Oh,
indeed.
Jensen, you're awesome, dude.
Tristan Jensen joining in for the Battle Creek Colonels. He's tuning in live on Black Bear TV. We know Danny Randall and his group of the Chicago T-Rex are tuning into this game.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake for everybody. Wins here, losses here affect all these different teams in the standings. And
this game.
Yeah.
Back out to Cook. Cook with a shot goes wide. Steve Maltese, general manager, head coach of the Chicago Cougars, tuning in. Phil Bushbacher, general manager, head coach of the Chicago Crush, tuning in. There's a lot of people watching this game right now. We appreciate you all tuning in.
And by the way, after this game, Matt and I will officially be Cougars fans for a few days.
Right?
Just if you wanted to know, I know you're tuning in.
And that's with all the love in the world of Danny Randall, the Chicago T-Rex. What a great victory yesterday by the T-Rex. Down 4-1 with 12 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah.
And they rallied back to win 6-4. Watching that game live on Black Bear TV last night.
I almost started crying.
Oh. But a big come-from-behind victory by Danny Randall, Chicago T-Rex.
That was a good third period, last half push.
Which didn't do MJDP any favors.
No, none at all.
Rabone to Gamelin. Gamelin to Anderson, who couldn't pull the trigger. 4:35 to go. Picked up by Vince Pica. Pica now with the puck. Over to Clovis Gamelin. As Boscovich trying to keep Sean Stevens at bay. Over to Bilk with a shot, and he scores! Hayden Bilk, the 20-year-old from Jenison, Michigan, has tied this game for the Freeze.
You could see that as soon as he was able to get on the outside and beat him, he came in on side, he got Cyrus moving, put it opposite side, and got it right over shoulder, right over the glove.
Hayden Bilk, his 7th goal of the season, has tied this game for the Fresh Coast Freeze. Big goal by Bilk.
That was some good patience by Bilk when he came across the front there, right through the crease.
I did it again. I just realized I did it again. I
Sarah?
texted Sarah, who the second period guest would have been. And here comes Hayden Bilk. Big goal by Bilk, the former Jenison Wildcat, Michigan High School Athletic Association. And that gave them some life. Stevens with a shot. Save made by Cyrus. Mitchell with a drive up at the netting and out of play. With 3:51 to go here in period.
That's more of those
Number 2.
spurts of offense by this Fresh Coast Freeze. They're not really consistent with it, but when they get it, you better watch out because, like I said, once these guys start firing on all cylinders, they get it in that zone and start creating offense, you're in trouble, and that just showed right there, that last goal.
It was Hayden Bilk, his 7th goal of the season from Sean Stevens and Jake Mandeville at 15:40 of the second to tie this game for the Freeze.
Cyrus is making adjustments.
A little equipment adjustment
adjustment
for Cameron Cyrus. You see Dad Scott Cyrus up in the stands watching his son.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate Scott and
That's
all
funny.
his help at the Tampa
That's one
Showcase.
of the very few goalie parents that doesn't stand behind their kid when they're in the
Right.
You see that all the time. They stand behind the net. And it's like, and to me, I would have turned around and tell, get out of here. Get out. I don't need you looking over my back.
Right. Picked up, knocked away by Benavidez. Fresh Coast Freeze second goal.
Pratt's going to leave that over in the corner for Simpson. Simpson takes back over to Pratt, and a hit right into the boards.
Sean Stevens. And number 5, Jake Mandeville. Time the goal, 15:40 the second period. As the Freeze second goal, Bill, his 7th of the season from Stevens and Mandeville. The 15-minute 40-second mark of the second period.
Scrambling in the corner. Simpson comes out with it.
Jacobson grabs it. Now picked up by Beckwith, who went through his skates. McLean off the boards. Logan Eshelman grabs it. Eshelman with a little bit of help from Trace Beckwith. And it comes back to Donald Pratt. Pratt pressured by Beckwith. Puts on the brakes. 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. Simpson deflected by Benavidez and collected by Caden Hill, the 19-year-old from Utica, Michigan, outside of Muskegon. Icing a call. Caden Hill, former teammate of Jackson Stone of the Metro Jets for the Muskegon Reese Puffer Rockets. You can just tell when Q's on the music.
Well, you get a good variety.
We can't stress it enough. This game is so important.
Yeah.
We can add a layer to this as well, Matt Naiman.
No layers.
If this game goes to overtime, the Fresh Coast Freeze clinch the 6th and final seed in the Great Lakes Division playoffs. If it goes to overtime, they don't necessarily have to win. They just need a point. Carson Riley backhand shot patted away by Cameron Cyrus. Picked up by Riley. He has been a cog in this Fresh Coast Freeze offense today. As Jake Seski is heading to the bench. May have caught an errant stick up in the neck area.
That
as he
or his
skates
shoulder,
off.
I'm not sure.
Emerson Lippert.
They got Dave coming
Mandeville.
over, so as soon as this whistle blows, Dave will be on his way over to that bench for Seski.
Hannah's now with the puck behind the net. Feeds it over to Carson Riley. Riley had it knocked away by John Lejabokov, and here goes Lejabokov the other way. A minute 30 to go here in period number 2. Lejabokov just lobs it down. Anderson drives his man to the boards. Picked up by Jake Mandeville, who got the secondary assist on the game-tying goal by the Freeze. Fournier with a shot. Sticked away, rebound comes out. Gamelin trying to knock it out of midair. Big hit by Gamelin on Brendan Hannas. Here comes big Jake Mandeville. Knocked away by Fournier as Cooper Moses trying to knock it away. Less than a minute remaining in the second period. As you heard the sweet docile tones of the PA voice here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Less than a minute remaining. Picked up by Ryder Steele, the former Viroqua Blackhawk, Wisconsin high school hockey ranks. Splits the D, but Boscovich knocks him to the outside and a broken stick in the process. Anderson to Vince Pickup. Pickup brings it in with a shot blocked there for the 9 of Ryan Mitchell. Pickup looking for Anderson, who's double teamed and knocked to the ice by Ryder Steele. We said it before, we'll say it again. You get hit by a Fresh Coast Freeze, you're going to feel it. Here comes Cook. Brad Cook with a shot blocked by Fournier. 10 seconds left here in period number 2. Mitchell, shot there, save made, rebound comes out.
Wow.
Waterman had a point blank opportunity as the horn sounds to end period number 2.
How about that for Fresh Coast? What an effort on that the last 20 seconds of that was just some good play there for Fresh Coast. Some good opportunities. They keep this up for the third period. We are going to have ourselves one heck of a game, and it's just going to continue. It's already been one great game here today.
Normally we will be in our DTS drivetrain specialist second period interview, but Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar, who is known to pray about the building throughout the course of the season. Well, she's been caught. She's not here with us today. Liam Smith would have been the second period interview.
Yeah, she's on lockdown.
So we're going to take a short break, about 7-8 minutes or so. Come back for a second period recap and start of a very important third period for both of these clubs. We've played 2. The score, MJDP 2, Fresh Coast Freeze 2. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Game 1 of our Friday doubleheader here at MCIA. Both games are in USPHL Premier play. So much on the line in this one and the next one coming up. As far as this one goes, we've played 2 periods. Metro Jets Development Program, Fresh Coast Freeze tied at 2. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club. Up high in the flight deck, soon to be rejoined by Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman will be rejoining us as well on the camera. While Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar is absent today. She is not searching for any prey today. As we go into the DTS Drive Train Specialists. Second period recap. For over 40 years, DTS has been the place to go for hardcore drivetrain solutions, founded and run by performance enthusiasts like our good buddy Claude Plante Jr. DTS is the kind of place they're looking for but can never find. Located in Warren, Michigan, DTS is the place for all the high-performance parts, all the hard-won knowledge required to make them work. In hardcore applications, go to drivetrainspecialist.com or call 1-800-521-0628 for more information. Shots on goal in that second period. Fresh Coast Freeze with 11, 2-period total of 23. Or the Metro Jets Development Program with 9, 2-period total of 23. 1 goal in that second period, and it was Fresh Coast Freeze tying the game at 2. Hayden Bilk, his 7th goal of the season on the assist from Sean Stevens. And Jake Mandeville, that came at 15:40 the second to give us the 2-2 tie. Matt Naiman, we've talked about this to the point of nauseum, but it's worth it to keep mentioning. There is so much on the line in this game, not only for MJDP and the Fresh Coast Freeze, but for about 8 other teams in the USPHL Premier. Just say yes.
Yes.
There you go.
I was checking things.
You were gambling again, weren't you?
No. You're just jealous.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I end up over $2,000 by the end of the day.
Nice.
And then earlier this morning, another 400.
Also of note, we do not condone gambling here in the USPHL Premier. But no, there's so much on the line in this game, Matt. Not only for MJDP and the Fresh Coast Freeze, but for about 7-8 other teams as well.
Yeah.
The outcome of this game affects a whole lot of teams.
Yeah, and right now, either team, they got 20 minutes to figure it out. It's been an even keel game. I mean, you look at the shots on goal, the penalties. It's been one heck of a game.
It's very simple for the Fresh Coast Freeze. If they get a point, if this game goes to overtime, the Fresh Coast Freeze will clinch the 6th and final seed in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division playoffs.
Yep. Yeah.
Which would be terrible news for the Cincinnati Cyclones, who are playing next against the Metro Jets. For MJDP, it's a little more complicated. A win or a loss. A win would help their cause for the 2nd seed in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division. But they need help in accomplishing that, even with the W. If they lose this game, they could fall as far back as the number 4 seed and then have to play next weekend without the first round bye. They would be in the first round of the playoffs, and they would host the Chicago Crush here at MCIA.
Yeah. And that's the bright side of the bad situation of dropping down to 4th. That would be the good side of the dark side.
And that hinges on the Chicago Cougars winning the next 2 games against the Chicago T-Rex.
Yeah, and just like I said, after we're done here, I'm going to be a Chicago fan for a couple days.
Right.
Simple as that. If they can, it's great for them that they win. It helps us out, helps them out. So all around good.
And whoever does get the 6th seed, whether it's the Fresh Coast Freeze and Cincinnati Cyclones, they're going to have to play either the Red River Spartans or the Columbus Mavericks in the first round of the playoffs next week.
Yeah.
So it affects them too.
Mavericks are tough right now too.
And the Mavericks, let's keep on going. The Mavericks have a huge home-and-home series.
With Toledo.
With the Toledo Cherokee tonight in Lewis Center, Ohio, and tomorrow in Toledo, which affects the Metro Jets, who played next against the Cincinnati Cyclones.
Yep.
There is a test on all this later.
Go Mavericks. And go Cougars. That's all I got to say right now.
If you're a Metro Jets Hockey Club fan, family member, whatever, after this game, you're a Cougars fan and you're a Mavericks fan right now.
That's it. That's it.
So much going on as we get set for the third period. Third period about to get underway. The Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, of course, of the home team from the USPHL Premier Midwest Division. They're wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue shoulders, and red trim. They are skinning right to left on your television screen. Or the FreshCoast Freeze in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Play their home game to the Griff's Ice House West. About 30 minutes southwest of Grand Rapids, about 30 minutes south. Down 131 in Holland, Michigan. They are the road team, wearing the black uniforms, blue shoulders, white, light blue, and gray trim. They are skating left to right in your Black Bear TV dial. Whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV, however and wherever you've been watching USPHL hockey all season long, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in. Even with a lot of the parents here at MCIA wearing the earbuds, listening in on the broadcast through their phones. However, wherever you're watching, thank you so much for tuning into Metro Jets Hockey Club home games all season long, live on Black Bear TV. Jake Mandeville. Cross-ice pass over to the number 8 of A.J. Sherman. Sherman brings it in, but it was offside with 18:47 to go here in period number 3. The USPHL Premier World is watching right now, Matt Naiman.
So we need to watch what we say.
No more F-bombs, all right?
We got some stories about those.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the Frazier days.
Oh, yeah. Bouncing puck, and Cyrus sends it wide.
Wasn't me, though.
That wasn't me. I wasn't with the Jets at the time then, so wasn't me. Riley with a shot goes wide. Bouncing puck. Cyrus trying to cover it. It was knocked away. And it comes back to Jake Seske. One player down. Emerson Lippert down right next to goaltender Cameron Cyrus. And Lippert's slow to get up. He's going to head to the bench. Donald Pratt brings it in. Pratt leaves it there for Rabon with a shot. Brinkman the save. And a puck comes back out in the neutral zone. Picked up by Mario Boscovich. Boscovich sends it in. Bouncing puck on Brinkman. And he'll wisely cover with 17:58 to go here in the third period. So a programming note for our friends at Black Bear TV World Headquarters in Youngstown, Ohio. Immediately following this game, we will jump right into the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show for the Metro Jets versus the Cincinnati Cyclones, as coming up immediately following this game. So once again, a programming note. So we'll get everything all switched over for you. Metro Jets, Cincinnati Cyclones, final home game of the regular season here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. As Ryder Steele sends it in, picked up by Blake Brackett. Brackett will bring it in. The 19-year-old from Fairfield, California. Sends it across, patted away by Brinkman. Side angle shot there by Kobayashi, went off the side of the net. Brinkman goes down, a little slow to get up. And his defensive mates get the puck out of the zone. Not sure what happened there with Brinkman. He went down in a pile and was very slow to get up. But he's up now. Jake Mandeville sent to the boards by Chris Kobayashi. Over to Caleb Curto. Up to Landon Graham. Graham with a shot. Goes wide. Picked up by Mandeville. Jake Mandeville feeds it up to Ryan Mitchell. Mitchell will send it in on Cyrus, who steers it aside. Noah Partridge comes back with it. Partridge goes down. Stepped on the stick of Cameron Schaefer. And Curto couldn't get a handle on it. Brinkman's got to play it. Feeds it back over to Hayden Bilk. Back over for the number 4 of Patrick Waterman, the 20-year-old from Lansing, Michigan. Up to Hayden Bilk. Bilk brings it in. Bilk, who's got the game-tying goal. Shot there, sticked away by Cyrus. Mandeville now back over to Bilk. Hayden Bilk. Over now for the 8. of A.J. Sherman, but Mandeville couldn't get a handle on it, so it goes back to Sherman. Sherman overskated the punch. Vince Pickup picks it up. Pickup battles on the boards with Sherman. Clovis Galen comes in, and knocking it away was Corey Anderson. Sean Stevens battles there with Alex Fournier. Now Stevens sends it down in the MJDP zone. And icing will be the call. 15:52 to go here in period number 3. Big games coming up later tonight, Matt Naiman. Metro Jets host the Cincinnati Cyclones immediately following this game. The Columbus Mavericks host the Toledo Cherokee tonight at Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks North in Lewis Center, Ohio. 6:30 face-off. Battle Creek Colonels host the Red River Spartans tonight at the Rink BC in Battle Creek, Michigan. 7 o'clock face-off. And there's more. The Chicago T-Rex host the Chicago Cougars tonight at Summit Ice Center in Lockport, Illinois. 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern face-off. Some big games today.
6 o'clock men's semifinals for the Olympics.
But that
going to be a lot of hockey you're going to be tuning into tonight, that's for sure.
But that USA Olympic game, not as big as this one. MJDP and the Fresh Coast Freeze.
I got friends of mine on the USA game, so
do I.
Okay, so.
Well, it's not as big as this game.
Shush.
This is for a playoff spot. They're just going for a medal. I mean, come on.
Melt it down. That's more than your payday.
Right. You said that, not me. Seski with a shot was blocked. But Brendan Hannas couldn't keep it in. On the delayed offside, allows Caleb Simpson a little time to get out. Simpson, cross ice, picked off there by Logan Eshelman. Knocked away by Donald Pratt. Pratt pitches it over to Caleb Simpson. Simpson to Lucas Benavidez. Knocked away by Brendan Hannas. Now to Eshelman, to Braden Kelly. Kelly wraps it around the boards. Caleb Simpson goes after. Pressure there by Trace Beckwith. William Smith had it, lost it to Hannas. Simpson goes back after it. Battles there with Beckwith. Trace Beckwith, a 19-year-old from Indianapolis, Indiana. Played for the Culver Military Academy. Indiana high school hockey ranks. Brendan Hannas for Logan Eshelman. Eshelman pressured by Aiden Rabone. Up to Beckwith, who deflects it into the MJDP zone. Cameron Cyrus for Donald Pratt. Pratt now for Lejabokov. Intercepted by Huntoon, but pickpocketed by Liam Smith. Here comes Smith. Pressured by Ryder Steele, send it through the goal mouth. And Carson Riley comes out. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Huntoon overskated it, but Lippert bailed him out. Over to Riley with a shot. Goes up wide. And it comes back to Rabone. Liam Smith going after it. Met there by Caden Hill. Hill knocked on the puck by Rabone. Rabone with a shot, and Brinkman gloves it down with 13:45 to go here in period number 3. Shots 4-2 in favor of MJDP. 27-25 overall, also in favor of DP.
You honestly, with what we've been talking about and the way this game's been going, this is such an even game. It's not funny.
It sure is. And with so much on the line. Carson Riley over to Charlie Huntoon. Huntoon brings it in. Around Lejabokov. Feeds it across. Shot. Doesn't get all the way through. Save made by Rebound comes across. And it scores! Fresh Coast has taken the lead 3-2. Big goal by Charlie Huntoon. Has given the Freeze a 3-2 lead. Wow, Matt Naiman, Charlie Huntoon, the 20-year-old from Rockwood, Michigan. His 6th goal of the season, none bigger than that. It's 3-2 Fresh Coast.
That's just it. We've said it multiple times, and Huntoon was involved in a lot of things out there on the ice.
And we got a discussion here in the referee's crease, and it is a goal. Little conference, it is a goal. Charlie Huntoon has given the Fresh Coast Freeze a 3-2 lead over MJDP. Huntoon has had a knack for big goals here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena.
And he got himself one here today.
Yes, he did.
None bigger. That's got to be, for them to be up 3-2 right now. That's his biggest goal of the season for them.
He had a couple game winners here at the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase for the Freeze, who went 3-1 that weekend here.
Yes, and they were the talk of the town.
Yes, they were.
In here for that.
Huntoon picking up a couple game winners that weekend here in Mount Clemens. But yeah, probably none bigger than that one right there at the moment.
They got, DP's got 12 and a half minutes here left to at least tie this game back up.
Picked up by Corey Anderson on the pass from Clovis Gamelin. Over to Alex Fournier. Fournier across over to Mario Boscovich. Boscovich sends it across. It goes wide. And here come the Freeze again. Cooper Moses sends it in on Cameron Cyrus. Puck sent across, and Blake Brackett was Charlie Huntoon, his 6th of the season from Carson Riley and Emerson Lippert at 6:33 to give the Freeze a 3-2 lead. Kobayashi trying to get it out on the second and third effort, but Partridge able to keep it in. Seski grabs it, sends it over into the corner. Landon Graham battles there with Partridge. Now here comes MJDP the other way. FreshCoast Freeze third goal, his 6th goal of the season, scored by number 23, Charlie Huntoon. Assisted by number 11, Carson Riley, and number 19, Emerson Lippert. Time of the goal, 6:33 of the third period. As the Freeze third goal, Huntoon is 6th of the season from Riley and Lippert at the 6-minute, 33-second mark of the third period. That's 2 assists today for Carson Riley. Emerson Lippert with a goal and an assist today for the Freeze. Comes Caleb Curtle, had it knocked away, but Blake Brackett bails him out. And here come the Freeze again. Sean Stevens around Landon Graham. Couldn't get it by Caleb Simpson, though. They battle on the boards. Hannah's over to A.J. Sherman. Sherman to the 24, Noah Partridge. Partridge to Bill. Bill goes down. Couldn't get the shot off.
Backhand pass. Looking for a call on that out in front of the net.
Landon Graham now over to Simpson for Caleb Curto. Curto off the boards. Looking for Blake Brackett. He found Brackett in front of the Fresh Coast bench. And Curto is hurt. He'll skate slowly to the bench. Hayden Bill comes in. He scored the 2nd goal for the Freeze. Shot there through a myriad of traffic by Hayden Bilk. As Cyrus makes his hay, Legibokov comes in. Brinkman's going to cover it with 10:05.4 to go here in period number 3. If you're the Chicago T-Rex or the Chicago Cougars,
they're liking this right now.
They're loving this right now. Depending on how things play out, if MJDP does not come back to at least get a point out of this,
that changes a lot of things.
The T-Rex and the Cougars, who have played yesterday, they play today, they play tomorrow, there's a possibility of the T-Rex and the Cougars playing each other again in the second round of the playoffs. One MJDP player down. That was Ben McLean. Over to Legibokov with a shot blocked by Trace Beckwith. Pratt couldn't keep it in on the delayed offside. And if you're on the Great Lakes side, if you're the Red River Spartans or the Columbus Mavericks, whoever gets that 3rd seed, you're playing these guys, the Fresh Coast Freeze. Because the Freeze cannot catch the Battle Creek Colonels for 5th. The Battle Creek Colonels are the number 5 seed. They, like whoever the 6th seed is, going to play either the Red River Spartans or the Columbus Mavericks. Fresh Coast can be sneaky dangerous.
Yes, and we're seeing it. They get that spurt of offense, and they're really good out there.
And you would not know they've lost their last 8 games, and they're 1-8-1 their last 10.
Yeah.
Liam Smith brings it in for Gianluca Varelli with a shot into the paraffin. He scored! It went right through Matt Brinkman. Wow. Gianluca Varelli has tied the game for MJDP. Oh my! And Gianluca Varelli, the 19-year-old from Utica, Michigan, his 5th goal of the season, 3rd in an MJDP uniform. We're tied at 3, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, we both thought that was a save.
I thought he had it covered. It just went right through him.
Hit him right in the chest, down right between the legs and in. And slowly, too.
It was like in slow motion. Big goal by Gianluca Varelli.
We got a game.
It's 3-3. And if you're a Cincinnati Cyclones fan, you need MJDP to score another one. Big goal by Varelli.
Wow.
His 5th of the season from Liam Smith and Donald Pratt at 11:08 of the 3rd period. And here comes Vince Picca. Picca looking for Clovis Gamelin, had it knocked away by Brendan Hannas. Corey Anderson picks the pocket of Hannas. Anderson looking for Gamelin. Found Picca instead. And puck was knocked away. Metro Jet Development Program's 3rd goal. His 5th goal of the season, scored by number 40, Gianluca Varelli. Assisted by number 22, Liam Smith. And number 6, Donald Pratt. Time of the goal, 11:08 of the 3rd period. That's MJDP's 3rd goal. Varelli, his 5th of the season, from Smith and Pratt at 11 minutes, 8 seconds of the 3rd period. 3-3 tie, 7:35 to go. Landon Graham brings it in. Graham feeds it up to Alex Fournier. Fournier to a wide open Varelli. Varelli fires off the blocker of Brinkman. Around the boards it goes. Patrick Waterman gets there first. He'll send it into the neutral zone. Picked up by Alex Fournier. Fournier through center ice. He'll bring it in. He'll fire. Saved by Brinkman. And we make sure of that one.
Yeah, he made sure he squeezed that one tight, that wasn't going to sneak through.
And brother Enric Fournier is telling Alex, wind up and fire, brother. He's got a cannon for a shot. Perhaps a harder shot than Enric himself.
Oh.
No, Henrik's saying.
Yeah, hey, Henrik.
Henrik's like, oh, hell no.
There's some sticks over there and there. Just hit him over the head with it,
right.
Okay?
He wants to do that in between periods.
Yeah. Matt may or may not be back for the second game.
Right. We're going to have Fournier and Glomboski call the game.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Glomboski's all about that.
Oh, yeah. Smith now over to Simpson. Simpson fires. Saved by Brinkman. Comes back to Aiden Rabone. Rabone back to Simpson. Simpson feeds it across, looking for Varelli. Mandeville had it knocked away. Picked up by Waterman. 6:25 to go here in the 3rd. Cook, backhand shot, sticked away, and almost poked across by Jake Mandeville. Here comes MJDP the other way. Rabone brings it in. He's got some room. Over to Smith, but Brinkman stuck the right pad out and corralled it with 6:11 to go. If your Lee lands down, he needs heart pills.
Wow. Yeah, where's he at?
He's downstairs getting the Cyclones ready for the next game.
Oh, yeah, they're all standing over here.
Well, they know what's on the line right here.
Yeah.
If this game goes to overtime, they're eliminated from playoff contention. They need a win by MJDP in regulation to keep the Cyclones' playoff hopes alive. So they are big MJDP fans at the moment. Bouncing puck goes wide. And it's kind of ironic that the Cyclones are here in the building to watch this game because they are the next game. Cyrus directing traffic for Lejabokov. John Lejabokov over to Caleb Curdo. Knocked away by Hayden Bilk. Picked up there by the 24, Noah Partridge. Kobayashi trying to get it away. Cameron Schaefer up to Caleb Curdo. Good to see Curdo back on the ice. And offside, the call is Brackett trying to stay onside. 5:34 to go here in the 3rd period. 3-3 tie. Charlie Huntoon gave the Freeze a 3-2 lead, but then a little over 5 minutes later, G and Luca Varelli tied it again for MJDP.
Yeah, it's one of those games.
Oh, no doubt. Liam Smith's got a goal and assist today for MJDP. Boscovich over to Alex Fournier. Ryan Jacobson deflects it in. He'll go after it. Gets there just ahead of Ryder Steele, who was only able to poke it away. Fournier trying to keep it in, does with a little bit of help from Ben McLean. Two MJDP players right in front of Matt Brinkman. Benavidez now over to Fournier. Fournier with a shot, sticked away by Brinkman. And Fresh Coast just clears it. Freeze in the midst of a line change. Picked up by Benavidez. Trying to feed it over to McLean, but was knocked away by the 12 of Braden Kelly. 4:40 to go here in the third. Landon Graham almost stepped on the puck. Gets it back from Caleb Simpson. Graham feeds it up for Corey Anderson, who sends it in. Pika goes after it. Matt Brinkman does as well. Brinkman to Kelly. Cap in, though, by Caleb Simpson. Knocked right back out by Brandon Hanna. Jake Seski will grab it. Over to Kelly. Kelly pass almost picked up by Corey Anderson. Here comes Trace Beckwith. Beckwith brings it in. Backhand shot. Save made by Cyrus. He's down. Cyrus had a little trouble getting up back on his feet. As Hanna's over to Braden Kelly. Back to Hanna's, knocked away by Graham, and now Pika's off to the races. Here comes Vince Pika. Pika steps in, fires off the post. Rebound to Corey Anderson. Anderson couldn't pull the trigger. And the puck sent down into the neutral zone. Picked up by Donald Pratt.
Who needs heart pills, Matt?
I left him at home. Pratt through almost everybody. Lehman with a shot goes wide.
Wow.
Puck comes out. Nice play by Pratt to keep it in. Pratt around Logan Eshelman. Over for Aiden Rabone. And Brinkman just covers, forcing a stoppage of play with 3:20 to go.
Now's not the time, boys, and it's a little
and
late.
Corey Anderson throwing punches on Jake Seski. That's not what you want. That is not what you want. Seski and Anderson are throwing haymakers at each other. And that's detrimental for both teams. Corey Anderson, the highest scoring forward for MJDP. Jake Seski, the highest scoring defenseman for the Fresh Coast Freeze. And unfortunately, both their days are over. So we'll get this all sorted out.
Anderson's heading out.
Yeah, they both got 5 games. So their day is over. Their regular season's over for both players. I mean, Seski is not going to play tomorrow against the Metro Jets at Griff's Ice House West in Holland, Michigan. Anderson will not play at least the first game of the playoffs, whichever round that will be. In a game like this, that's just discipline, Matt Naiman. You just can't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, they were chirping at each other behind the net and decided
pushing and shoving,
decided to keep it going.
Then the gloves came off.
Yep.
This is important. If it's just 5 in games, we'll skate 5 on 5.
Yeah.
What they're talking about right now is an extra 2-minute minor to somebody.
Well, Fresh Coast has someone in the box below us.
So Tyler Burnett discussing things with his linesmen, Grant Lipstaff and Dan Alexi. Was it at Fraser we used to have the referee, Mike?
Yeah, they used to hate that.
Oh, yeah.
They used to hate that. Yeah, there was a time they would tell them shut the mic off.
Right.
And what they didn't realize is it wasn't on all the time.
No. It was just mainly for the broadcast.
Just for the calls.
Not so much for PA.
It would get turned on and off, but the refs didn't realize that. It wasn't on the whole time. And, so they...
Extra 2 going on the board on Fresh Coast.
The refs made us remove it.
So the extra 2, which means the MJDP will go on their 6th Metro Jets Foundation power play.
And this here is a very, very important power play
my.
Penalty kill.
Oh, boy. Biggest one of the season.
Game-changing right here.
This is season-changing here.
Yeah.
And we talked about it at breakfast this morning. Actions have consequences.
Yes.
And
that's how I ended up with 3 brats.
Right. Logan Eshelman got the extra 2-minute minor for roughing. So that's why MJDP is on their 6th Metro Jets Foundation power play. And it's a big one. They're 2 for 5 today. Logan Eshelman, 2-minute minor for roughing.
Ooh, right off Fournier's face. Right off the front of his visor.
I'll come across Liam Smith, picked off by Huntoon. Huntoon steps out, fires, blockers saved by Cyrus. Here comes Picka. Vince Picka, pressured by Emerson Lippert. Over to Clovis Gamelin. 2:28 to go. And the puck deflected out into the neutral zone. Waiting for all the penalties to come up so we can give you all of them.
They're busy filling in the form down there on the computer.
Eshelman's got the 2-minute minor for roughing. So, Seski and Anderson both double minors for roughing in a 10-minute misconduct. They caught a break.
Yes, they did.
Schaefer over to Liam Smith. Back over and knocked away. 28 seconds left.
Right now on this PK, Fresh Coast is doing what they need to do, and they're running out of time to.
So there you go. Shot there, save made. Comes across. Waterman over to Lejabokov. Minute 30 to go. Fresh Coast is perfectly fine with this going to overtime. It would clinch him a playoff spot. Schaefer, as the power play's over, both teams back to full strength. Varelli steps up, fires, saved by Brinkman. Rebound, no rebound. 1:15 to go. If this game goes to overtime, Fresh Coast clinches the 6th and final seed in the Great Lakes Division playoffs.
Matt, I don't have any nails to bite. You got any?
No, they're fresh out.
This has been one of the best games of the season.
Cincinnati Cyclones are down here. They are huge MJDP fans. Timeout being called.
Fresh Coast.
Yes, indeed. Timeout, Fresh Coast freeze. Timeout, Fresh Coast freeze. As Kyle Gagnew gets his troops together. So just for the record, here are the penalties. Logan Eshelman, 2-minute minor for roughing. Also for the Fresh Coast freeze, Jake Seski, a double minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. For MJDP's Corey Anderson, double minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct.
They got lucky.
Oh, they did. There were some haymakers that was thrown. Here we go. Fresh Coast freeze forces this game to go to overtime.
Jamie's up here getting ready for his interview already.
Yes, indeed.
No, he's not.
The Fresh Coast freeze are a minute and 15 seconds away from clinching a playoff spot. It'll be the first in franchise history. They need to hang on to force this game to overtime. They don't have to score, Matt Naiman. They just got to get this game to overtime. And Simpson couldn't keep it in. Caleb Simpson. Over to Alex Fournier. Fournier off the boards, Aiden Rabone. Rabone will bring it in for Ben McClain. Offside. The call, a minute 3 to go here in the third. You can feel the tension in here, Matt Naiman. My goodness. McLean with a draw win. Varelli kicks over to the side. Less than a minute remaining in the third period. Alex Fournier leads it for Aiden Rabone. Rabone with a shot looking for the deflection by McLean. It comes back to Varelli in the neutral zone. Varelli will send it in. A.J. Sherman will grab it. 40 seconds left. Intercepted by Varelli. Varelli over for Aiden Rabone. Rabone leads it for Liam Smith. Smith trying to kick it up to Varelli, who tied this game for MJDP. Kept in by Fournier. Fournier with a shot blocked by Carson Riley. That was huge. Brinkman leaves it there for Jake Mandeville. Mandeville just dumps it in. Lemerson Lipper will dump it in. Past Cameron Cyrus. And Lipper's just fine with holding it down. The Fresh Coast Freeze have clinched the 6th and final seed in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division playoffs and have eliminated the Cincinnati Cyclones. Man. My goodness. We're going to overtime.
Well, now.
Shots on goal in the third period. Fresh Coast Freeze was 6, 3-period total of 29. With the Metro Jets Development Program with 12, 3-period total of 35. We will now play a 3-on-3, 5-minute overtime coming next. Extra hockey, Matt Naiman.
Who needs extra hockey?
The good news
We
for
do.
MJDP, they do get a point out of this. They could use the extra point and still need the help.
Yep.
From the T-Rex and the Cougars game, preferably from the Cougars. So Cincinnati well, we thank Lee and Haley Lansdowne for the Skyline Chili. They might want it back now.
They ain't getting that back.
Right.
I'll beat you down before you give that back to them.
So here we go. MJDP and Fresh Coast will switch sides. MJDP, of course, the home team wearing the white uniforms, blue shoulders, red trim. They're skating left to right. On your Black Bear TV dial with a Fresh Coast Freeze from Holland, Michigan. The road team wearing the black uniforms, blue shoulders, white, light, sky blue, and gray trim. They're skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. Logan Eshelman, Brendan Hannas, Trace Beckwith for the Freeze. Vince Picka, Clovis Gamelin, Caleb Simpson for MJDP. MJDP needs the extra point a lot more than the Fresh Coast Freeze do. And here come the Freeze. Logan Eshelman. With the puck, feeds it back over to Brendan Hannas. Hannas pressured by Vince Picka. Beckwith heads to the bench. Charlie Huntoon comes out. Hannas goes down, picked up by Simpson. Now to Gamelin. Gamelin feeds it up to Vince Picka. Gamelin steps on the gas with a shot by Picka. Was partially blocked. Picked up by Logan Eshelman. Eshelman pickpocketed by Clovis Gamelin, but Eshelman returns the favor. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Picka's at the end of a long shift. Huntoon right towards Cyrus, who covers with 3:52 to go here in the third overtime. Want to say third period, but overtime.
The extended third period.
Yes. Third period plus. Picked up by Carson Riley, who has had an outstanding game today, as Liam Smith stepped on his stick. Schaefer now to Gianluca Varelli. Varelli brings it in. Puts on the brakes. Lost the wheel. Caught by Carson Riley. Riley just about collided with Charlie Huntoon. Riley with a shot. Just missed the top corner. Riley with a wraparound attempt and post is covered by Cyrus. Picked up by Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer pressured by fellow 23 Charlie Huntoon. Here comes Schaefer with Liam Smith lurking behind with a shot. Blockered away. Liam Smith, nice hand-eye. Now sends Huntoon on a break. Here goes Charlie Huntoon. Nice play by Varelli to catch up. And great play by Varelli to knock it away. Picked up by Noah Partridge. Partridge trying to feed Steele. Now Liam Smith's on a break. Here goes Liam Smith. At the end of his shift, though, as Noah Partridge knocks it away. Smith was at the end of his shift. Couldn't turn on the afterburners. Smith's shot right out in front, picked up by Benavidez, who feeds it back to Alex Fournier. Allows Smith to make a change in favor of McLean. McLean, Benavidez, Fournier for MJDP. Stevens, Partridge, Mandeville for the freeze. Fournier fires. Save made off the tip by Ben McLean.
Jamie's digging it.
.218 to go.
A lot of people on their feet in here right now.
Indeed. And coming up next, Metro Jets, Cincinnati Cyclones, and immediately at the conclusion of this game, Fournier sends it across. Picked up by Ben McLean. McLean pressured there by Jake Mandeville along the boards. Lucas Benavidez will try to dig it out. Benavidez is able to dig it out. Trying to feed it over to Fournier was deflected, and Fournier will retreat into neutral zone. Pressure by Logan Eshelman. Fournier had to put on the brakes. Lost control. Eshelman picked his pocket. Eshelman sent it across. Too far for Jake Mandeville. Mandeville blocked there by Fournier. Mandeville and McLean in a battle.
Fournier was just doing a little bit too much with that.
And Fournier digs it out. He's got Benavidez to his right elbow, but Benavidez has been out there a while. So is Fournier. Fournier steps up, waits for reinforcements, looking for Benavidez. Knocked away by Carson Riley. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here comes Riley. A nice play by Clovis Gamelin to knock it away from Riley. Overtime hockey. Brendan Hanna's in his own zone. He'll start back into the MJDP end. Hanna's sizes it up. Feeds it back to Carson Riley. Less than a minute remaining in overtime. Braden Kelly, there by fellow number 12, Caleb Simpson. Clovis Gamelin trying to dig it out. Kelly comes out with it. Braden Kelly sends it behind the net. Brendan Hanna's is there. So is Caleb Simpson. Hanna's trying to dig it out. You can see the exhaustion on both teams. Hanna. Simpson battles with them. Hanna still with a puck. And comes back to Braden Kelly. Kelly through the legs of Gamelin. Couldn't pull the trigger on the shot. Kelly feeds it up, knocked away by Simpson. 12 seconds left. Picked up by Hanna's to a wide open Huntoon with a shot saved by Cyrus. And picked up by Simpson. Overtime's not enough. We're going to a shootout.
Wow.
Shots on goal in overtime. Fresh Coast Freeze with a 1, game total of 30, while MJDP with 1, game total of 36. We'll now go to a best-of-3 shootout coming next. So best-of-3 shootout. And if that's not enough, it is sudden death shootout until the cows come home, Matt Naiman. That's your Naiman Family and Humane Society. You do have cows there, don't you?
No, we had them at the farm for a while. We had goats. There's a few horses.
And that's the Naiman Animal Sanctuary and Humane Society?
Yo, you're a very good friend, and that's why you don't get charged admission to come to my house.
I appreciate it. MJDP deferred to the first shooter will be Emerson Lippert of the Fresh Coast Freeze. The 19-year-old from Caledonia, Michigan will go one-on-one with Cameron Cyrus. And here we go. Lippert slowly makes his way towards Cyrus to his blocker side with a shot, and he scores. Emerson Lippert was just ever so patient. Vince Pica, the 18-year-old from Clinton Township, Michigan, up next. He'll go one-on-one with Matt Brinkman, the goaltender for the West Coast Freeze. Here comes Vince Picca. He'll make his way slowly towards Brinkman with a shot, and he scores!
Wow.
1-1. So Charlie Huntoon, the 20-year-old from Rockwood, Michigan, will try to get the Fresh Coast Freeze the lead back. Huntoon will grab it. He'll go towards Cyrus's glove side. Huntoon steps up. Backhand forehand
nice
pad saved by Cyrus.
Nice kick out by Cyrus.
So now it's Liam Smith, the 19-year-old from Flagstaff, Arizona. We'll try to give MJDP the lead. We're tied at 1. Here comes Liam Smith. He'll go blocker side, go to sort of the center of the ice with a shot, and he scores! Liam Smith makes it 2-1 for MJDP. So now it's in the hands of Carson Riley, the 18-year-old from Sparta, Michigan. He must score, or this game is over. He must score against Cameron Cyrus. And here comes Carson Riley. Riley will go to Cyrus's glove side now towards center ice. Fires, save, game over.
Wow.
MJDP will escape with a 4-3 overtime victory, shootout victory over the Fresh Coast Freeze. MJDP will finish the regular season for now at 19-23-1-0, good for 39 points. And we talked about a situation that may be developing. We'll keep you informed of that. Keep a track of MetroJet's social media for the latest on that, because now that game has huge significance on the MJDP seeding in the Midwest Division playoffs. Final score, 4-3. MJDP with the victory in a shootout over the Fresh Coast Freeze, but the Fresh Coast Freeze gained that valuable point, looking at the number 6 seed in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division playoffs. SESpayroll.com. 3 stars of the game coming up here in just a second, as the Play for Brave prayer circle here at center ice. Your 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star for the Fresh Coast Freeze. 2 assists today, was absolute catalyst in this game. The 11 at Carson Riley, your number 3 star. Your number 2 star of the game, with a game-tying goal for the MetroJets Development Program, the number 40 of Gianluca Varelli. And your number 1 star of the game, 1 goal and 1 assist, plus the game winner in the shootout, the 22 of Liam Smith. Coming up next, MetroJets, Cincinnati Cyclones. Final regular season home game of the 2025-2026 regular season. That is coming up next. Final score in a shootout, MetroJets Development Program 4, Fresh Coast Freeze 3. You've been watching MetroJets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV.